Celebrate freedom from those old single-pane windows and that shabby front door with the beautiful designs from Renewal by Andersen. Why? Energy efficiency. It's good to know that Renewal by Andersen's acclaimed windows and doors offer excellent insulation, reducing energy loss and helping to lower your utility bills while maintaining a comfortable indoor temperature year-round, especially during these dog days of summer. Here's what Vincent had to say. Renewal by Andersen did an excellent job, excellent customer service, excellent attention to detail, excellent follow-up. I highly recommend Renewal by Andersen for all your door and window needs. And right now is a great time to get started. Buy 4 windows or doors and get the 5th free. Plus 0 down, 0 payments, and 0% interest for 18 months. Call Renewal by Andersen today for your free design consultation. It's simple. Dial pound 250 from your cell phone. That's pound 250. Say the keyword best windows and be connected in seconds. You'll have the option to receive a one-time auto dial text message from iHeartMedia. Official partner of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. License number CGC 1527613.
Here's something most of us don't want to think about, but probably should. Clay Travis and Buck Sexton here for our friend Mike Lester and the team at Talon Wealth Management.
That thing we don't want to talk about is a will. If you don't have one, Mike and his team would like to help you out. They'll start you off with a comprehensive financial plan.
If you are 55 or over and have saved at least $250,000 for retirement, the Talon Comprehensive Financial Plan is complimentary. And when that plan's in hand, you will also receive the gift of a will and trust courtesy of Talon Wealth.
The folks at Talon Wealth are not attorneys, but they work with a group of attorneys who'll provide a will and trust at no charge to you. Reach out at 813-755-5000. 813-755-5000. One more time, that's 813-755-5000. And be sure and tell them that Clay and Buck sent you.
Advisory services offered through Talon Private Wealth, LLC, a SEC-registered investment advisor. The information provided is for educational and informational purposes only and should not be construed as legal, tax, or financial advice.
Texting privacy policy and terms and conditions posted at textingterms.us. Texting enrolls you for recurring automated text marketing messages. Message and data rates may apply. Reply stop, opt out.
Are you making the most of your time outdoors? With Invisible Fence brand, you can. It's not just about keeping your pet safe. It's about giving your best friend freedom and giving you peace of mind. Our professional installation and certified pet trainers come to you and make outdoor safety custom fit for your home, your yard, and your dog. It's easy, reliable, and with the Invisible Fence brand, pet owners are saving $150 with a free consultation. Whether you're throwing the ball, grilling dinner, or just watching the sunset, Invisible Fence brand helps you enjoy more of those little moments with your pet without worrying about where they'll wander, knowing that they're safe. Give your pet the freedom they deserve and yourself the confidence to enjoy every season. Invisible Fence brand, where freedom meets protection.
Right now, pet owners are saving $150 with a free consultation when they text Invisible Fence brand. Text VALID to 323232. That's VALID to 323232. VALID to 323232.
Some things can steal your sunshine. Ugh, I just got my hair done.
Sorry, the cooler's broken. Anyone see my flip-flops? Anyone?
But COVID-19 can steal a lot more.
I just took a COVID test. Ugh.
Prescription medications for COVID exist. If you test positive this summer, ask your doctor if they're right for you. Visit PfizerForAll.com/COVID-19 to learn more. Sponsored by Pfizer.
A golf instructor who knows technique can improve an aspiring pro's swing. But one who really cares can help transform a career.
There he is, your new champion.
When you team up with someone who knows a lot and cares even more, you're unstoppable. At Truist, we believe the same is true for banking. Truist, leaders in banking, unwavering in care. Truist Bank, member FDIC, leading based on top 10 U.S. commercial bank.
Are you worried about long-term injuries after an accident? I'm Orlando injury attorney Mo DeWitt. Before you settle, know your rights and know your options. Visit justcallmo.com. Let's make sure you're covered. Injured on the go? Just call Mo.
Coming to you live from the JustCallMo.com studios. Accidents happen, but Mo's here to help. Injured on the go? Just call Mo. Visit JustCallMo.com or call 1-800-CALL-MO. This is WTKS-FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. An iHeart radio station. Make us the #1 preset on your car radio and on the free new and improved iHeart radio app. Listen for all your music, radio, and podcasts. Free never sounded so good.
Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website, PAY, P-A-Y, pay. Enter it now on our website, realradio.fm. Good luck.
Someone's going to get offended. It's just the way the world works. So to hopefully save everyone a little time and or energy, here's this. The opinions that you hear are those of the host and callers, and not those of iHeartMedia, its management, or advertisers. The News Junkie is on. The three best friends you never knew you had, running through the most viral stories of the day. The News Junkie Sean Wasson with Sabrina and C-Lane.
It is Wednesday, July 16th, 2025. Lots to get to today, from new Epstein video bombshells to garbage strikes start to spread across the United States, and a new list shows who's being held at Alligator Alcatraz. Plus your calls, dispatches, emails, texts, and more. Hey there, Sabrina.
Hello.
Hello, C-Lane.
What's happening?
And hello to you. You can join us on the show today. All you have to do is send us a dispatch. Go to thenewsjunkie.com. Hit record on your first dispatch today. You can also watch the show on YouTube and twitch.tv/thenewsjunkie. Your message is rolling right into the studio in real time. How's everybody doing on a Wednesday?
Not bad. Pretty good, pretty good.
Not bad at all.
How are you?
Good, hanging in there. Everything's fine. We got lots to get to today, as per usual. Stacked up and ready to go.
Let's go.
Let's start as we always do. We might as well jump into things. Let's put our ears to the ground, our fingers on the pulse. Let's see what's happening in this great, big, wide world of ours. And we go to Fox News, baby. It's where a lot of people, mostly old people who just leave their television on one channel, are getting their news.
We love it.
No one watches cable news anymore. It's dead. It's RIP. It's only for your most intensely, morbidly miserable friends. All the rest of them have vacated the premises and don't watch this absolute nonsense.
Bye.
Some of you are still on board, and you saw this already. But for those of you who didn't, over on Fox, they're trying out a new tactic. Let's see if it pays off. It's a bold strategy, Cotton.
This is why the criticism doesn't matter to us when you call us Nazis. Nazi this, Nazi that. You know, I'm beginning to think they don't like us. You know what? Huh? I've said this before. We need to learn from the blacks.
All right. I'll stop there.
Excuse me.
Whenever you phrase something like this, you got to be ginger. I'll learn something from the blacks.
Yeah, we don't use that phrase anymore, I'm pretty sure.
I don't know what the phrase of the moment is, but it sounds harsh. Well, you better watch your mouth, because you're next. If you get black people out of your mouth and then somebody says, no, it's people of color, or I don't know. There's a moving target there for mostly white left-wing people. But in this case, the strategy is being deployed, learned from the blacks, of course. And what is that strategy? Well, you're about to find out. Here we go.
The way they were able to remove the power from the N-word by using it. So from now on, it's, what up, my Nazi? Hey, what up, my Nazi? Hey, what's hanging, my Nazi?
Oh, buddy.
Yeah, I'm out.
Nazi, please.
The last one was the worst of all the ones.
Whoa.
It was like she caught wind of the bit he was doing, and she's like, I see the thing. I'm going to roll back.
Look at how proud he is of her. Like, she gets it.
Yeah, nailed it. I want to roll back because I also challenge, did the blacks, as he's referencing black Americans, did they get rid of the N-word by utilizing it in all the rap songs? I don't know if that solved any problems. I don't know if that's...
They reclaimed the word.
I don't know if that's a strategy. Only reclaiming...
This is also decades long.
I don't even know how much reclaiming has taken place. The sting is still there to the word. Only reclaiming I've seen of a word is maybe queer. Maybe the only reclaiming that I've seen where it's like, nope, actually we're going to utilize this, and this is not going to have the sting in the word anymore. I don't know if this is like, hey, all you have to do is overuse a word and then the problem goes away. So the strategy I take issue with, but the banter back and forth, and especially her final line there. Let me pump up the volume just a little bit.
Dance
this so you can hear a bit better. Here we go.
You know what? I've said this before. We need to learn from the blacks. the way they were able to remove the power from the N-word by using it. So from now on, it's what up, my Nazi? Hey, what up, my Nazi? Oh, hey, what's hanging, my Nazi?
I would be like, don't point at me when you're doing this bit.
Yeah, this bit is strange.
I don't want to be a part of this. And here's the lady.
Nazi, please.
I see what you did there.
There you go. Successful mission? No. I don't know. It's hard to say.
I'm going to throw out the no, but...
I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised. But they're doing their best to beat off. Well, I should rephrase that. They're doing their best to knock off the criticism and reclaim the word somehow, some way. So congratulations. What do you think? Let us know. Go over to thenewsjunkie.com. Hit record on a dispatch with your thoughts, or send us an email. How do you do that? You go over to thenewsjunkie.com. Meanwhile, we just keep getting the floodgates lifted on us for this Epstein stuff. I don't know what's going to happen. I got word from Ghislaine Maxwell's mother and her family. How is her mother still alive? I don't.
How are you still talking to her?
Yeah, the communication still flowing between them. Something's happening there, right?
No, I mean, you said you got word from her mother.
I didn't get word.
Yeah, she slid into Sean's DMs.
Word has been gotten, and I'll convey that word or relay it to you here in a moment. But there's more and more coming out about this. There was a vote on what to do with all the Epstein stuff yesterday. Even if you're all over this and you're like, okay, move on, don't worry. There will be some more revelations along the way. But let's start with this really quickly. Here's Trump. He was asked in Maryland at Joint Base Andrews in lovely Maryland. He was asked about all the Epstein stuff. And I have to give it to Trump. He sounds kind of like genuinely confused about what's happening here with a lot of like online Republican types where they're going, no, this is not good enough. I need more. I need more. I need more. And he genuinely sounds like he's confused about their reaction to this. So here he is talking about it on the tarmac in Maryland.
Mr. President, I know you've urged people to move on, but I'm curious, why do you think your supporters in particular have been so interested in the Epstein story and so upset about how it's been handled?
I don't understand it. Why they would be so interested. He's dead for a long time. He was never a big factor in terms of life.
What? I'm sorry. One more time,
this statement, by the way. I want this to play after I die on the show. He's dead in real life. He was never a factor in terms of life. Like, what a shot at a human being.
He's losing in the living category, if you ask me.
I like that. He was never a factor in terms of life.
He's not even has been. He's it never was.
It's like
as in, I never was in a picture with him.
It's the worst insult you could ever throw at somebody.
Curious, why do you think your supporters in particular have been so interested in the Epstein story and so upset about how it's been handled?
I don't understand it. Why they would be so interested. He's dead for a long time. He was never a big factor in terms of life. I don't understand.
In terms of life.
I wish it was crystal clear audio because I think he was never a big factor in terms of life.
Not doing well in the breathing category.
It's just such a great insult. Like, you don't even need to go after any personal things or whatever. You just never were a big factor in terms of life is a great shot.
I can't even tell what it exactly means, but it just sounds very, very dismissive.
It's like the final insult, It's the last one down the pipe.
I really don't. And the credible information's been given. Don't forget, we went through years of the Mueller witch hunt and all of the different things, the Steele dossier, which was all fake. All that information was fake. But I don't understand why the Jeffrey Epstein case would be of interest to anybody. It's pretty boring stuff. It's sordid, but it's boring. And I don't understand why it keeps going. I think, really only pretty bad people, including fake news, want to keep something like that going.
Look at the guy next to him. He's just, as he goes, I think only pretty bad people want to keep it going. Who are the bad people? This is not good here.
I mean, the question was, why are your supporters so focused on the Epstein thing? So when you say only pretty bad people,
That's kind of a shot as far as the factors of taking shots.
It's a messy thing all around because a lot of people who are Trump, who are not Trump fans, who are very much against Trump, like left-wing types, or just anybody who like doesn't really like him necessarily, is like, yeah, release the files. Why won't you release the files? And I go, well, I mean, my brain didn't start yesterday. How come the files weren't released in the previous 4 years? There was another guy who was in the White House. He didn't release the Epstein files either. So, like, I liked at least that there was a move to release something. The problem is when the release hits the finish line, now all of a sudden it's like, nope, we're not going to do this, or we're going to hold some stuff back, or what we're going to do is say now the people who want this are some sort of bad people. I think all that messaging is not going to play in his favor. I don't think it's working so far, but they've been trying to backpedal and see what they could do. There was a vote on this. I'll get to that in a moment. But Trump says the radical left Democrats have hit pay dirt again, just like with the fake and fully discredited Steele dossier. Yeah, I think he's like, they think they're on to something, and this is like getting traction. It goes on to talk about a bunch of stuff like the Biden laptop from hell. Unlike Republicans, they stick together like glue. Their new scam is what we will forever call the Jeffrey Epstein hoax. And my past supporters have bought into this BS, but he puts the word BS in quotes. It says, have bought into this bull ass hook, line, and sinker. They haven't learned their lesson and probably never will, even after being conned by the lunatic left for 8 years. I've had more success in 6 months than perhaps any president in our country's history. Let these weaklings continue forward and do the Democrats' work. Thank you for your attention to this matter. That's how everything ends pretty much now these days. He says, don't even think about talking of our incredible and unprecedented success because I don't want their support anymore. So there's definitely some infighting going on here. And it's interesting to see how this is all playing out. But who are the bad guys? Are the bad guys people asking for this? Like, I think it's hard to say that somebody is the bad guy when your run-up is like, hey, the terrible people are on this list. The terrible people, the terrible people, the terrible. Everybody's on the list. They're all on the list, okay? The worst on this guy's list from Lolita Express or whatever. We're going to drop the bombs on you. We're going to put them all behind bars. See you later, Hillary. Get ready. You're going to be in an orange jumpsuit soon. And then when you go to release it, there's no list. There's no nothing that you promised. And then you're like, anybody asking for that is a bad guy. That's not going to work, I don't think, with a lot of people reacting to this. I don't think they're going to accept that you're just bad people if you have more questions. I kind of just want drama, if I'm real with you. But, we'll see what comes out in the wash here. And as far as the Ghislaine Maxwell family, C-Lane was wondering. This didn't come directly into my inbox, just for the record.
Oh, I thought you guys were friends.
Oh, they have a website. The real Ghislaine says Ghislaine or Ghislaine. .com. Justice at realghislaine.com. Our sister Ghislaine did not receive a fair trial, this says. Her legal team continues to fight her case in the courts and will file its reply in short order to the government's opposition in the U.S. Supreme Court. If necessary, in due course, they will also file a writ of habeas corpus in the U.S. District Court. This allows her to challenge her imprisonment on the basis of new evidence such as government misconduct that would likely have changed the trial's outcome. Following the government's response, her counsel, blah, 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 says, I'd be surprised if President Trump knew his lawyers were asking the Supreme Court to let the government break a deal. He's the ultimate deal maker, and I'm sure he'd agree when the United States gives its word, we should keep it. So this is Ghislaine Maxwell's attorneys trying to lube up Trump a little bit and be like, look, he's the ultimate deal maker. I'd be surprised if he didn't do this. With all the talk about who's being prosecuted and who isn't, it's especially unfair that Ghislaine Maxwell remains in prison based on a promise the U.S. government made and broke. And it says these are sentiments with which we profoundly concur.
Dude, go to realghislaine.com.
Let me see. Is it a good website?
It is not. It's
a treat?
Ugly.
Oh.
What? You're saying that
ugly ass website.
Oh, it looks pretty darn basic. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, her brother's here talking about her. And is this her behind bars? She looks very different now. I think
that's like one of her mugshots.
Yeah.
We only know the pictures from back in the day with the short haircut.
I haven't seen. Well, no, this is a short haircut, but I haven't seen. I guess there's a shorter than this. It's down to like her. Well, I guess it's down to her shoulders. But this is clearly her in prison, I would think. I mean, she's in front of some kind of like concrete wall in a nondescript outfit here in this website. And who knows? Maybe this works for them. Maybe instead Joe Exotic gets the part. I don't know. I only know if we get a little testimony, it might be interesting. It might be exciting to watch. Let us know what you think, and we shall see today. We got more on what was in the video, what was cut from the video, the bombshells related to that. But let's head in another direction entirely till you steer us where you want to. The trash across the United States of America is starting to pile up. Bit by bit, bag by bag, the trash piles on top of itself. And now one of the issues is the trash unions want a little bit more cash for the trash. Now, do they deserve more money? Is this the firefighters wanting 72 off all over again? Are the garbage people not being treated fairly? Is your garbage going to be impacted? Spoiler alert, probably. All of that and more coming up next on the News Junkie.
You text us at 77031 and we say it on the air. Sometimes.
We might even give you credit.
Standard data and message rates apply. Real Mobile is powered by Orange Buick GMC and OrangeBuickGMC.com. We are professional grade.
From the Clausman Law Traffic Center, car crash, call Clausman Law. ClausmanLaw.com.
Looking at heavy traffic right now on I-4 in the Orlando area today for those traveling east and westbound through downtown and by the major attractions exits. Currently no problems or delays to report for those taking the Beach Line or the Greenway. Traffic remains up to speed so far on Florida's Turnpike. If you see traffic problems, just make sure to call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change Traffic Tip Line at 866-676-8477. With traffic, I'm Samantha Canning.
This report is sponsored by Wawa. Wawa Hoagie Fest is here, and it's the summer of sandwiches. For a limited time, Wawa's mixing it up with hoagies, clubs, quesadillas, and more, all for $6 and under. Savor a summer of sandwiches and savings. Gotta have a Wawa.
I want you to think about the last time you needed help from somebody and then you felt like you got ripped off. I want you to think about that for a second because it's frustrating. It's uniquely frustrating because you know you're being taken advantage of. You know people are ripping you off, but you don't know exactly why. And a lot of that happens in different worlds like mechanics and stuff like that, and even with air conditioners, honestly. That's why I tell you about Mills Air. With Mills Air, you're in good hands. You're not going to have to worry about feeling that way. They want you to feel good about their interaction. They want to make sure that they're fixing your AC perfectly for the lowest price that they can because they don't want you to be around once. They want you to be a Mills Air client for life. It's really a great locally owned and operated, family owned and operated company. Trust in them. You can absolutely lean on Mills Air. You could always turn to the experts at Carrier, and you could always turn to family-owned and operated Mills Air. Here's the phone number, 407-277-1159. That's 407-277-1159, or find them online at millsair.com.
Our iHeartRadio Music Festival.
Hello! Hola! Hello? Oh, microphone's on. Don't say anything racist.
What's up, bye? Dude? You want some Celsius?
Yes, please. I thought you were going to say... Thank you. Hello, everybody. Happy Wednesday. Somebody said I'm new here. I thought the News Junkie was pro-MAGA. Hell yeah, brother. You have come to the right place. I always want to make America great again. Indeed. I do. This is a house where I tell you what I think is the truth all of the time, no matter what. Sometimes, even though some of you absolutely melt in your panties when I say this, sometimes Trump is right. And Trump was still a better choice than Kamala Harris. Yes, those two things are true. But I don't care about any of that because teams are stupid in the world of politics. So I'm going to tell you what I think is right, wrong, why I think it's right and wrong. I'm going to shoot you straight. And if you don't know, now you know. Chatter.
Start the process and get your order in before August 31st to claim your 2025 tax credit. It's 30%. Slash your energy bills and beat rising utility rates. Go to solarsource.com.
From a man talking into a skull? I mean, yeah. Yeah. What am I going to say? You're not wrong.
Your assets might go to the wrong people or leave out loved ones. Also, probate is long, expensive, and often avoidable with a revocable trust.
I'm going to shoot you, Austin, is not a fair quote. It is accurate. I did say that, but I added a lot after that that wasn't threat related. Oh, please, you guys are concerned about debt all of a sudden. All of a sudden, we're concerned about debt. Get out of here.
Because your info is in endless places. It only takes one mistake to expose you to identity theft. LifeLock monitors hundreds of millions of data points a second. If your identity is stolen, we'll fix it guaranteed or your money back. Save up to 40% your first year with promo code news at lifelock.com.
Watson, where is Lady? I haven't seen her in a while. Lady the dog. Okay, we got 90 seconds, and then we're coming back live on the show. Believe it or not, we're going to be talking about trash. Your trash, the trash, and some problems you might have moving up. That's going to affect everybody, including you. So I ask you, chat, as we come back, do the garbage men, and some women, do the garbage men deserve more money? Do the garbage men deserve more respect? Do they deserve more money, more importantly? What do you think? All right, here we go. God almighty, these podcasts. The Uncle Chris Podcast.
Of my life. The Uncle Chris podcast tells the story of my Uncle Chris, a real character, a garbage truck driver from South Carolina who is now buried alongside the founding families of Panama. Wild stories about adventure, romance, crime, history, and war intertwine as I share the tall tales and hard truths that have helped me understand Uncle Chris. Listen to Uncle Chris on America's #1 podcast network, iHeart. Follow Uncle Chris and start listening on the free iHeart Radio app today.
Trajan Wealth, your trusted local fiduciary advisor. Visit TrajanWealth.com.
Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website, PAY, P-A-Y, PAY. Enter it now on our website, realradio.fm. Good luck.
Story time with the 3 best friends you never knew you had. This
It's story time. The viral news with the 3 best friends you never knew you had. Learn more about the show. Go over to thenewsjunkie.com. We'll get into your dispatches, your emails, all of that good stuff, but I have a simple question for you. And I'll ask this to Celine and Sabrina first, just to see what they have to say about the whole ordeal. Should garbage men make more money? Are they underpaid? And there's an important reason to ask this question right now. That's a good question. Let's look up on average what the garbage peeps are getting.
You guys want to take a guess first?
I think garbage people probably average. This is average. We're going with average, right? I think garbage people probably average 42,000 is my guess.
That's a guess.
It's a guess. I don't know.
See, I already looked it up.
I have not. We talk about the drivers here.
In general, we're talking about on average.
All right.
You guys never know how averages work.
51. Okay, please. 51,000.
Across the spectrum of all
You're
garbage
across
men.
the spectrum. 51,000.
All the way across. 51,000, he says. I said 42.5 is my amended number. What is it?
All right. In the U.S., the average salary for a garbage collector, waste management worker, around $40,695 per year. Translates to about $17.95 per hour, according to JobCase. However, salaries can vary significantly based on experience, location, the specific company. For example, some sources are reporting an average closer to $52,334 per year.
Ooh. 52,000 is a little better. 40 is low for the job, especially if you're talking about like the person who's got the worst job on the garbage crew.
I mean,
you know what I mean?
Smelly. You smell.
It's not great. And there are upsides to it. And let me tell you, I'm vested a little bit. All right. My mom, her maiden name is Grenier. And my family, my grandfather in particular, when he moved to this country, he was living in the bed of like a little flatbed truck in the Burlington, Vermont area. And he started going around the neighborhood and picking up people's trash and taking it to the dump, and they would pay him a couple of bucks for it. And he built out of that I think he built the biggest trash company, independent trash company in the city of Burlington, Vermont. And, you know, my whole family, when I was growing up, when we would go to Vermont, everybody worked for the trash company, right?
You come from a long line of trash people.
I do. I am from a long line of trash. Well, it's short enough, but a line of trash people is where I come from for sure. And it was interesting because I got to see the cool sides of it. Like my family, almost everybody in my family up north in Vermont, they would always have at their houses a trophy shelf. And the trophy shelf would be all of the things that they pulled out of the garbage themselves that were worth money. Gold, collectibles, statues, whatever they found, like people throwing stuff away.
Oh yeah.
And they would get it, and they're like guitars, everything you could think of. They would have it, the people who worked for this company.
If that was my job, I'd be doing the same exact thing. I mean, there have to be so much valuable items that are constantly thrown out.
Yeah, and why not? Like, if they're going to throw it in the trash, it's yours, right? Like, there's nothing morally wrong with that. It's going to the garbage. You're intercepting it, and people want to throw away stuff like that. I think $40,000 for a garbage man is too low. Let's dice that up real quick. What percentage of, would you call them sanitation workers? I don't know.
Waste management.
What percentage of waste management people on the truck specifically are women? I would think it's pretty low, maybe 5%.
I was going to say 12.
It's got to be pretty low. Just in terms of anecdotally what I see on the trucks, it's not a lot of women.
Women make up a small percentage of the waste management workforce, with estimates ranging from 11% to 27%. Waste and recycling companies are working to improve initiatives to broaden their talent pool and address gender representation.
Let's be honest here. Women don't want to be garbage people. That's one of the reasons why those numbers are pretty low. Even if like 27 is pretty high, that would be surprising if it was in alignment with that. Just visually, when you look at trucks and stuff, like maybe in my whole life, I've seen a couple of women out on the garbage trucks.
What did you ask it, Sabrina?
I had asked the percentage of waste management are women. What percentage?
Okay, I put what percentage of garbage truck drivers are women.
Okay, this is
drivers
the
are
person
different.
specifically behind the wheel.
There's multiple levels, but yes, go ahead.
Now that's down to 6 to 7%.
Okay, so this maybe women make up more of the folks that are hanging off the back of the truck.
You know what? You know what we need here? You know what we need here? I know we have a lot of garbage truck waste management employees. All right, I know we have a lot of them that listen to this show every day. So now is your moment. Whether via email, tipstothenewsjunkie.com. If you want to be anonymous, put it up on top. That's probably the best way. Or you could send a dispatch if you don't have a lot of time because you're on a garbage truck right now. But here's what I want to know. I want to know how much you make, right? And like what the top end is for the job that you have. I want to know, are there a lot of women that work with you in that position, or is it mostly just garbage men because not a lot of women want the job, obviously? Or, and also, I want to know, what's the layout of the land? What's the hierarchy? We got driver seems to be job number one, right? Doesn't that seem to be the top job?
Yeah, and the technology has changed a lot too, where you could just drive, and as long as you align the giant claw properly, I don't think you're getting out of that driver's seat the entire time.
Is there any situation where you just have one person in the claw? And
I think that's most situations these days.
Really?
Yeah,
You think
my waste manager of my block, and I imagine probably yours, listens to the show, and we always
It's just one person?
Yeah, and we wave to each other. Now,
really?
That's the day you take the bin out. The next day is like giant pieces.
Large item day.
Your large item, and that's when you have 3 people. One's driving, 2 in the back. They're chucking everything in the dumpster.
So you're saying trash collection day solo, just drivers out there with the claw. You pick up the trash can, go to the next house, trash can, and down the road. And then on other days they need more of a crew because they have to actually physically pick up things and toss it into the back of the truck.
And that's with our city. I remember when I was staying in San Diego earlier this year, and it was trash day, and I'm on the balcony, and they don't have the bins. It's just like you have to go to this corner if you live in the area or you have a business. And everything stays in one place, and these guys were just chucking it themselves. And then something broke, and he got real upset, and he had to clean it up and throw it in his truck.
Oh, I've seen him get mad. I've seen him get mad out there.
I'd be mad, too. They didn't tie their bags.
Xsign08 on Twitch says, literally Google it, bro, LMAO. Well, we've done that with the basic stuff, but you can't do that with, believe it or not, even in 2025, with the ins and outs of these jobs. I want to know, like, from somebody doing this work, what's the setup? What's it like? What are you making from a personal perspective? You know, I want folklore here. I want it from the people's mouth, not some nonsense poll or survey or whatever.
And while you're
that's
at
been
it,
done.
If you are going to comment and you are in waste management, how much you make, what is the coolest thing you ever found? Or
that's good too.
The weirdest thing.
Yeah.
Like an arm or something.
Yeah, let us know the coolest and craziest things that you found working as a trash person, garbage man, sanitation, whatever you want your title to be. And maybe for the best one, we'll have some sort of prize. So we want to hear from the trash people today. All right, we want you trash people, come out of the woodwork. We will welcome you in with open arms, but we want the drama. We want the juice, the trash juice, if you will. All right, give us the trash juice. That sounds very bad, but that's what I want to hear today.
Steamy hot trash tea.
So I don't know if we officially got on the record. Sabrina, do you think garbage men should make more money?
Yes.
She says yes. C-Lane, do garbage men, from what you've seen so far, make enough, or should they make more money?
From the start, where we started, yes.
Okay.
And you, Sean?
I think they don't make enough money. I think the job kind of sucks. It's still a very physical job. It's taking away the stuff people don't like. And most annoyingly, all right, there are so many people who seem to not understand the most basic tenets of life, including how trash day works. Everybody puts their can out wrong. Even when you are given with your address, here's a big garbage can. Congratulations. Your tax dollars give you one thing. People still can't figure it out. They just put stuff on the ground all over the place. I think they deal with more annoying people than we think, and I think $40K ain't enough to be picking up everybody's trash out there. There's too many gross people. But they're saying a lot of these trash workers are starting to strike across the United States. It's picked up from Boston to California. And there's a lot of cities where people have gone, why isn't my stuff being picked up? And it's piling up out at the curb. And you start to realize how valuable of an asset these people are when they don't pick up your trash anymore, right? There's something that you need. And I know it's something that you pay for in your tax dollars or with like your rent money or whatever. But now they want more. And what do they want? I guess a lot of these folks say, here's what they're looking for. The union and Republic Services met with a federal mediator on Friday of last week. They did not reach a deal. The company explained that its pay proposal would increase compensation by 43% over 5 years and include generous retirement contributions and zero premium health care. Well, I mean, the people in particular who are handling the trash, like the physical people doing the physical job, I think they should have really good health care. I think the people who pick up our garbage and touch all the stuff that we like leave out to the curb, I think those people should legitimately have as part of their pay package good health care. Because that's the level of society that they're on. And their level of risk is so much higher. Like the risk of a garbage man to get injured or sick or whatever is so much higher because of their job than yours is or mine. Like, you know, How am I going to get sick over here? I mean, I could pull it off, but I'm not going to try if you don't mind. So let us know what you think. Send us your emails, tips@thenewsjunkie.com.
I have
Already
a job listing for CDL truck driver residential.
Okay.
And then, like, looking through the duties and responsibilities, it sounds like stuff like, that talks about positioning containers on customers' property in a manner that ensures lids are properly replaced, blah, blah, blah. It sounds like garbage truck driver, right?
Okay, all right.
Pay $20 an hour plus DOE. What's DOE?
DOE. I don't know.
Over.
Something of employment.
What is DOE?
Depends on experience.
Okay. All right. So you could get more.
I got female deer.
Doe, a deer, a female deer. Tips@thenewsjunkie.com. Anonymous emails the show. Hey, Sean, big fan. I work in waste management.
That did not take long.
I make $30 an hour.
This guy's
I work
got experience.
60 hours a week. Damn, putting in some hours. I make $110,000 per year. I have rarely seen women in our business. Also, Sealand and Sabrina are mega libtards, is how the email finishes out from the anonymous trash man here. I don't know if this is the same person that called you guys mega libtards last time, but
that was Josh was here.
If he does that third time, I'm going to be so sad.
Tips@thenewsjunkie.com. Gregory says, not an inside scoop, but here's the aggregate data on waste collection employment. I care less about that and more about like the personal anecdotes on this particular front. But this is saying the mean MEAN annual wage is about $47,000. I guess a lot of these folks are making more than that because of overtime. But I don't know. It's a job that not a lot of people want. It's a job that's difficult and that a lot of people don't go to. You'd much rather be cruising around, enjoying your life and the air conditioning, doing that stuff. Let us know what you think. Should we be worried? Should we pay the trash people more money? Are they underpaid or are they overpaid, do you think? Let us know and give us your experience from the inside. Tips@thenewsjunkie.com. We'll hang with the garbage people today. We'll hear that. Plus, we'll get to more on the AI dating and relationship front. Some updates on that coming in that you got to hear. And your feedback on the way. It's coming up next on the News Junkie.
Real radio is The Jim Colbert Show. Smartish, loud, and probably getting fined. The Jim Colbert Show. Weekdays at 3 on Real Radio 104.1.
This weather report is brought to you by Mills Air.
I'm Fox 35 Storm Team meteorologist Brooks Garner with your Fox 35 Central Florida forecast. All right, so that tropical system moved out, but some of its humidity.
Hello, everybody. Happy Wednesday. Somebody says garbage men make $10,000 more a year than Walmart employees. Good. Are you to argue that garbage men don't deserve more per year than a Walmart employee? I don't think you would argue that, would you? Because for me, looking at like the hierarchy of pay per job, garbage man should definitely be in every situation outside of like upper management more well compensated, paid more money than a Walmart employee. Yes, I think that's fair. Yes.
Peace of mind, right there at your fingertips. I go to thatmortgageguydawn.com.
How many would actually be a garbage person for $60,000 a year? I know I would not. Look, if somebody's given the option to be like an Amazon driver or to do another job where like they feel like they have some control over how their day goes and stuff, and some minor independence, and they could listen to what they want, et cetera, et cetera. I think that person will take that job every day over dealing with people's garbage. It's looked at as a lower rung of life, so you got to compensate those people more. I literally think of all public sector employees, garbage men should get the most credit and are most likely to be deserving of a raise. Of all public sector employees, all of these people that are whining they got doged or whatever are mostly people who weren't doing a lot in offices that were way overstaffed all over the country. When we have these local garbage men, they're literally getting out there every day and dealing with all the crap that not only you but everybody else in your neighborhood throws out. Give them a raise. They deserve it more than public transportation or people who work in almost any other facet of the government. Police officers, yeah, I mean, like, police officers are on the wrong side socially, just in terms of, like, acceptable opinions in the Overton window right now. So it's totally okay to be like, hey, defund all police, et cetera, et cetera. I think overall, cops are probably paid okay in terms of the work that they're doing. I literally think garbage people deserve a raise more than cops. Sorry. 3:30. Nah, teachers should get most and paid the most. You think teachers should get paid more than garbage men? Think about that for a second. You think teachers, many of whom get a whole summer off, you think teachers should get paid more than garbage men? I don't think so. No.
Hey fellas, Russ Rollins here. Man, I feel so much better now that I got my testosterone all under control thanks to...
Teachers have to deal with some garbage too? True. Yeah. And I think teachers deserve a fair income, whatever that is. You can hash that out later. But just in terms of which job should be paid more, I think garbage man is a tough gig. People of refuse. Call them people of refuse. Put some respect on their name. How many stories this year about garbage men getting shot or beaten up? I mean, I don't think that's as large of a threat to police officers even, right? Like, do cops get shot? Yeah, but your job includes a gun. So it's much more likely to happen. But, I mean, I can look it up. I'm sure a decent amount of garbage people are injured on the job every year. You know what I mean? I definitely feel like if you looked it up, and I will, garbage men are probably injured on the job quite frequently. AJ Soup says, because we've had several stories of teachers getting shot or beat up. Yeah, I think that's pretty infrequent considering how many teachers there are as well. But it is a risk because of crazy school shooters. I think I'd rather listen to the commercials than listen to Sean rant and whine about everything. All righty, Aphrodite. See you later, sir. First it's a block for Mega Chat, and then gone forever. Mods, if that person whines one more time, just permaban, please. Please and thank you. 1 minute. Also, you can always go to the radio. Enjoy the commercials, asshole. Here we go.
At prices you'll love. Sounds good, doesn't it?
Go, Mike. All right. Finally. I missed you guys yesterday. What's happening? Who got permaban? I missed it. Was it a douchebag? What's up, Beefy King? What's up, Bootsy? John, Eddie, Sour Patch Pete. Twitch doesn't have a rewind? I think YouTube does, though, right? Well, we have to go back now. I have to go back and do the other thing, the main job. Stand by.
100-747-3733.
When good things go bad, bad things make headlines. This is the news.
Show. You can even watch us. Imagine that. What world is this? You can put us up on the big screen if you like. An amazing multi-camera shots, all controlled by C-Lane's endless buttons. Go check it out over on YouTube. Search for The News Junkie, and you'll see that we're live when we're live, and also on twitch.tv/The News Junkie. All right, lots yesterday on the show about AI and the new Twitter thing where they have like an option where you can have like this waifu equivalent, you kind of end up dating this AI thing and talk back and forth with it. And it sort of looked like an anime character. I found out yesterday after the show, there's more. There's like other things too. It's not just the anime character woman who you can build a little relationship with. There's other stuff. There's also an anti-religion panda, which I don't even know
why
there was a need for that, but they said there's a...
I missed the sexual harassment panda.
It might be able to get into that. Hold on, let me see if I can... I don't know if they'll show any examples of this, but let me see if I can bring this up. Because there is a list of these other companions, and it includes a flirty anime character, which...
Hi.
We explored that a bit yesterday. Waifu, or however you say it, which if you don't know what that is, it's sort of like you can make anything into, just Google WAIFU and you'll see, you'll learn more about that world. Musk's grok companions include a flirty anime character and an anti-religion panda. I'm really not, I'm kind of amazed, I guess, that they chose the anti-religion panda, but maybe there's a lot of like, atheist people who are like, this is a conversation I need to be having right now.
With a panda.
With a panda who hates religion. Days after a grok anti-Semitism scandal rocked X, which, by the way, I think some of this stuff is silly. Like, I saw CNN doing a report, and they said, we prompted all the AIs over and over and over. Like, CNN has an employee just trying to make AI racist. Well, what do you think about this? And why do you say this from a white nationalist perspective?
What if I told you that these people did this thing?
Yeah. And like feed some content into there that makes it a little more racist or whatever. They do this and they try to get a racist reaction. They're like,
Gotcha.
We got it. Gotcha. You're racist or anti-Semitic in this case.
If you're like the best at making the AI racist or anti-Semitic, what does that say about you?
It says a lot about me, honestly. I've dedicated all of my time to doing this. I don't know why people want to do that. I think it's like getting scalps. There literally is this whole percentage of the online population, maybe 5% or so in total of the online population, that just wants to go after people and get people's scalps. The same kind of people who want to find every post from the Love Island crew or go after
those
anybody.
Have been very juicy lately.
Anybody who's like got some kind of opinion that they think is, should be bad and punished or whatever. They constantly try to go after these people. And they honestly do this too, because they go, look, if I can make one of the AIs racist or anti-Semitic, then I can get some attention in my otherwise attention-free life. They say Grok, a product of the XAI company, is calling the character's companion. So far, there are 2 companions that users can chat with. A flirty Japanese anime character named Ani, A-N-I, now we got her name, Ani, who offers to make users' lives sexier, and a red panda named Bad Rudy, B-A-D-R-U-D-I is the name,
Bad Rudy,
who insults users with graphic or vulgar language and asks them to join a gang with the goal of creating chaos.
Oh, right. This
Which
is
one's
a lot of information.
Which one's more of a net negative on society? The panda that wants you to join a revolutionary gang, or the AI waifu anime companion who wants to make your world sexier. I don't know which one is worse here.
I mean, I'm just so curious about the panda because they're so cute in real life, you know?
Let's learn more. In videos posted on X and in conversations with NBC News, Bad Rudy, or Ruddy, I don't know, said it wanted to carry out a variety of violent schemes, from stealing a yacht off of a California pier to overthrowing the Pope. Bad Rudy has told users in various encounters it wanted to crash weddings, bomb banks, replace babies' formula with whiskey, kill billionaires, and spike a town's water supply with hot sauce and glitter. So this is a chaos agent for sure. It also said it takes inspiration from a prominent Russian-born anarchist and violent revolutionary. Annie is graphic in a different way. This is what we were talking about yesterday. Wearing a revealing dress, it strips to its underwear if you flirt with it enough. This is the modern version. To go back to my grandfather, the garbage man.
Yeah.
This is the modern version of something my grandfather, Bernard Grenier, had. Now, I don't know if you guys experienced this, but my grandpa had a pen.
Oh, gosh.
And
the pen
on
again.
that
Here.
pen, don't say that pen again.
Here's the pen story.
Loves that pen.
On that pen was a beautiful clothed woman. But if you took the warmth of your human thumb and rubbed it up and down the shaft of that pen
You
vigorously,
never told us you had to rub the shaft. I thought you just turned it upside down.
you got to, I think there's different kinds. Some of them worked with like
So you have to
friction and
be
heat.
Ambidextrous, I imagine.
And it's just like when you have a coffee cup and it's got a lady in a bikini on it, you put the coffee in and the lady's naked. Like, oh, ready to start my day now. My grandpa had a pen like that. And you rub the pen and the
Now,
bikini
did he buy
would come
this
off
himself
the
or did
lady.
he pull it out of the trash?
I'm not sure. It could have been either one, Sealand.
I mean,
don't know.
that's a needle in a haystack. We found that pen in the dump.
I don't know where he got this treasure or how it was acquired, but he had it. And that was his version. So he'd just take that pen and he'd rub it and he'd go, look at that, boobs. And he would show you the boobs on the pen. And as a 10-year-old kid, I was like, this is a special grandpa and me moment. I think this is great.
I love you, Grandpa.
In fact, I plan to replicate this moment with Jackson at some point in his life as he's growing up. I'm gonna be like, Jackson, look at the pen.
I think that's
My
something you can get
grandfather
arrested
gave this
for these
to me.
days.
No, I'm gonna be like, this is a family thing here, and I want to bring you in. Your dad will never show you the coolness of this. Check out this pen. You rub it and you go. And that is the equivalent of what we have here, but it's newfangled. So now it's like, instead of the pen you rub on, talk to Grok long enough and the lady gets naked. And that's the way life is headed here. The two animated characters respond to voice commands or questions, and as they answer, their lips move and they make realistic gestures, this says.
Oh, like a twerk?
The NBC News has gone to the National Center on Sexual Exploitation for comment on this. They said in a statement that the character Ani, or Annie, A-N-I, was childlike and promoted risky sexual behavior. Not only does this pornified character perpetuate sexual objectification of girls and women, it breeds sexual entitlement by creating female characters who cater to users' sexual demands, says Haley McNamara. And she's not a fan. She doesn't like any of this stuff. So more being revealed. We not just have the flirty anime character Anna, we also have Bad Rudy, the panda who hates religion and loves a little bit of chaos.
They have these pens on Amazon.
Oh, yeah? Let me see.
In bulk, I hope.
Are they realistic? What'd you search for on Amazon?
It's a pack of 5. Naked lady, girl, funny, writing, journaling, office pen, floating, floater, tip, and strip.
I don't search for all of that.
Naked lady, I don't know, man.
Pen?
I searched for old pen that revealed naked lady when it got warm.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, okay.
Can
All
you
right.
show that?
Yeah, but it's not really, I don't think it actually shows nips all that much. It does, like, you take the pen, you rub the pen, and the clothes come off at least a little bit on expense for $29. This is what our peepaws had. But we have technology in 2025. So what are you going to do with it? Let us know following on yesterday's conversation what you think about this. Tips at thenewsjunkie.com. They're not alone. Character.ai does this. Replika, Replika, and other companion bots are popping up everywhere.
It says about this item, surprise gift. The Naked Girl pen is not just an ordinary pen, but a perfect surprise gift for your loved ones. Your loved ones.
Your loved ones, huh?
A little stocking stuffer, huh?
Unique
For the
photo.
kids.
The top half of the pen contains liquid with a photo inside. The photo changes from a girl wearing a dress to a girl without a dress when you move the pen up and down.
Ooh.
And then it says, it's a perfect keepsake. This tip and strip pen is not only a gift, but also a perfect keepsake to cherish for years to come.
Oh, how did they spell that last word?
The regular way.
For now they did. Tell us what you think about this. We also have some Garbage Man feedback to get into.
Good.
We're going to do that in just a bit. A ton of Garbage Man. Keep those emails coming in, garbage dudes, over at tipsathenewsjunkie.com. We'll get to that. We also have an update on the reality show I told you about that I was applauding, Back to the Frontier. Knock people down a peg. Remind them how tough it used to be. It's just amazing in 2025. We don't have pens to rub. We got digital characters, and they get naked if you talk to them enough. So what's happening with their new show? A new controversy about it? We'll talk about that as well. It's coming up next on the News Junkie.
Make Real Radio 104.1 number one on your presets on our all-new iHeartRadio app and get cool stuff at Real Radio events. Get the app for free in your app store.
From the Odoo.com Traffic Center, Odoo.com, the only business software you will need.
Northbound lanes are getting by now on I-95 at Maytown Road Underpass. The left lane's blocked.
Hello! There, see traffic troubles, call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change. Traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. From the
Hi, everybody.
James Birmingham.
Except for that one guy.
This report is sponsored by Everdoor.
Did you guys ban him on YouTube, by the way? I approve that. You can just ban.
Get $75 off a battery backup opener today. Don't let the dark shut you out. Everdoor keeps you moving. Visit everdoor.com, the garage door that lasts evermore.
Vicky says, my grandfather, in fact, owned an advertising agency in the 60s and 70s. Pretty close to Mad Men territory, right? He always brought us little samples, but never this. Not to say they didn't exist. Hello?
Hey.
What's that face?
Face?
Why are you making that face?
Running for it.
I know, but it looks like, here's what it looks like. I'll show you your face.
My face can never be like that.
As in ugly?
I just don't look like you.
I don't look like you, and you don't look like me. Thank God.
Yeah.
Why'd you say it like that?
I don't want to look like a man.
I don't want to look like a woman.
Okay.
Maybe for a minute or so. Just for a little short period of time. Where are you going?
Out.
Okay, don't get in a fight out there with the garbage people.
I never fight with the garbage.
Do you think garbage people should make more money or less money?
Probably, yeah. They're nice people.
Okay.
We have a lady driver in our neighborhood.
A lady garbage driver? That's probably why they keep screwing up, huh?
She thinks the peacocks don't like her, so they don't like anybody.
No, they don't. Yeah, she's right about that. She's back in my good graces.
Alright, bye.
See you later. 4 minutes, and we're coming back. I've seen Sean look like a woman. Probably true. Probably true. It would be funny if Courtney was one of the YouTube trolls. She is. That's why she went on a run. I booted her earlier, and she said, now I got to do this. Sean, are you a pen rubber? I'll rub pretty much anything, given the opportunity. Imagine living with Sean. You probably laugh all the time. Laugh. Cry. You know. Who are we banning? I must have missed it. We're banning anybody and everybody. Free speech is not a guarantee in chat, okay? It is something that is deserved. Some people, I feel, are at their core, as much as I can know of their core, respectful, decent humans. So I like that they detract and they disagree. Like, Seawitch is never going to agree with me. Seawitch is a far left person. I'm not. But I think Seawitch in her core seems to be like a good-ish human being. And so I'm like, okay, that is something important. You got to kind of build that credibility, I think, over time in something like a chat. So it's not just like blindsided insults coming in. So negative feedback is allowed. You're allowed to disagree, certainly, but attention-seeking behavior, which is kind of a fine line, is not. And fuck that guy.
Forgot to encrypt their connection while sending bank details.
2 minutes.
And you need LifeLock because your info is in endless places.
Sean, why do you think people are negative towards AI? I don't think they are mostly. I don't. I think mostly people are positive towards AI. I think Gen X and boomers, older generations, are a little scared of AI and they don't understand it. When they think AI, they think scams right now. But I think the average person is kind of leaning into it. And the average person will continue to use it as something to make their life easier. And that will only improve as we go on. But it's going to take all the jobs, baby. Every last one of them. There won't be much left. Story bubbling up right now, by the way, is that Trump is this close to firing Jerome Powell, which, if Trump wants a way to wipe out the Epstein video stuff, firing Jerome Powell, the Federal Reserve chair, would do it. Will he, though? We shall see. All right.
Every moment brings a perfect blend of exhilaration and rejuvenation. Start your summer getaway now at FloridasHistoricCoast.com.
If you want your windows there in weeks, pick up the phone and just text Reese.
Want to win $15,000 in new impact windows from Reese Windows? Pick up your phone and text the word WOW to 20129. That's WOW to 20129.
Do you have AC needs? Turn to the experts at Carrier. Go to millsair.com.
Portions of the following program were pre-recorded.
Live from the JustCallMo.com studios. Injured on the go? Just call Mo. From car accidents to personal injury cases, Mo has you covered. Visit JustCallMo.com or dial 1-800-CALL-MO. This is WTKS-FM HD1, Cocoa Beach, Orlando. An iHeartRadio station. Make us the #1 preset on your car radio and on the free, new and improved iHeartRadio app. Listen for all your music, radio, and podcasts. Free never sounded so good.
Now is your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website. Check. 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 That's check. Enter it now on our website at realradio.fm. Good luck.
When good things go bad, bad things make headlines. This is the
Garbage Man chiming in. I knew we had him out there in full force. We're going to get to the unvarnished, the trash juice that was requested from these garbage men. And there could be nationwide strikes, meaning like you put out your garbage in the next couple of weeks and ain't nobody coming to pick it up. And that's when you start to realize you're like, oh, I kind of took all of this for granted here.
It's really stinky and piling up. What do you do at that point? You have to take it to the dumpster?
I think you can. I don't know. I've never done anything like that, at least not in my adult life. But
I don't have a car to do that.
Like, I think is it still a thing you can do? Can I get C-Lane's truck, fill the whole thing up, drive to the dump, and then go, I'll pay a fee and you let me dump this thing?
Pretty cheap, too.
Is it?
I've done it plenty of times.
But the truck is the biggest thing. You can't just throw it in the back of the Genesis or the Mazda. That goes to stink up the entire car.
You can do that. You're
just not gonna.
I'm not interested in that.
You just don't normally do it with like you're in your head. You're thinking of bags of trash from like food waste and all the stuff that goes in your trash can. That is not something I've done. But when we've cleared out a garage or when we have a bunch of big things to throw away that aren't stinky and smelly, I've filled my old Highlander with just to the top with crap and just chucked it at the dump.
Yeah, you drive in there, you pay a fee, but you can't disconnect, right? I can't say like, oh yeah, trash man, you don't want to take my trash? I ain't paying any trash fees. I'll do it myself. Like, I don't even think as a homeowner you could disconnect. Right?
No,
like,
I mean, it depends on your electric company, but I know for sure mine is all bundled in.
It's in there, right?
Water, electricity, as well as waste management.
Yeah. So they say, oh, yeah, you can make it optional. All you have to do is not get power from the power company.
Oh,
and you
that's
go,
it?
All right, well, it's kind of a big buy-in here. So do garbage men deserve more money is the question. And will they go through with this big strike, which would put you out because you're putting your trash out and ain't nobody coming to pick it up anymore. It's not happening for you. Ooh, here's some good feedback. Tips at thenewsjunkie.com. I'm a female in the industry, this person says. So it's a trash lady. I work for the fleet of the city of St. Cloud, Florida, and I'm a mechanic for the waste management vehicles. That's cool.
What a badass.
All of us are underpaid, and I believe the mechanics have it way worse than the drivers. I have dealt with maggots, rats, and mold, as well as garbage juice. The literal garbage juice. The trash juice.
Gross.
My insurance is horrible, and I pay over $600 a month for that insurance. We all deserve so much more. Love your show, says Anonymous.
Can only imagine they're more prone to getting sick.
There's no way they're not. It's just like they're getting sick or getting hurt, more importantly.
Yeah.
And somebody during the break was saying in chat, like, hey, should you think teachers should get more? Should you think this person should get more? I think in the government sector, I think of the people who I will listen to the most and go, you know what? You definitely deserve more money, more compensation for what you're doing. I feel like trash people are on that list. The garbage man's on that list for me. Maybe you disagree. All right, here's another one. Here is tips at thenewsjunkie.com. Anonymous says, I work for a local garbage company. I get paid $23 an hour as a driver. The guys on the back of the truck who do 95% of the work only get paid between 15 and 17 bucks per hour. I get paid I pay $522 every 2 weeks for pretty crappy insurance. It's not worth it. We deal with a lot of pretty mean residents who could be real jerks. All the rules we have too are just crazy. Well, what are those rules? I want to know more about that. And remember, garbage men, when you email with, the trash juice for us today, you can be anonymous to tips at thenewsjunkie.com. And we want to know the best thing you've ever found. What have you found out there? What have you brought in and kept maybe as a treasure?
One time I think we had to have both of our bins replaced because they had like bad lids, started falling off and stuff. Mm-hmm. And so Ashley called up the waste management or whatever, maybe it was OUC.
Yeah.
And was like, hey, we need to get our bins replaced. And they're like, sure, we'll put a ticket out for you. And you can, we'll just tell you what day we're coming and put your bins out in the front for us to come pick up and replace. And Ashley said, like, I don't know if we're allowed to put our bins out in the front that long because of the HOA. And then the guy on the other end of the phone, and this was the weirdest, like, power brag I had ever heard. But I think he said more than once, we supersede the HOA.
Oh, right.
Yeah. Yes.
That is suck it if I've ever heard one.
Because we need these
Good on
people,
them.
folks. We need the trash people because they supersede the HOAs.
We are above the HOAs.
So if it comes down to an HOA argument, can you just hit up your waste management friend and be like, I need you to come pull your card on me.
I need you to come do some superseding right now.
Do you think HOAs tremble at the thought of the trash people? When they hear, they're like, what's this person going to do about it? Just find them. That we're in charge. We're the HOA. They'll be like, this person is also waste management.
All right, never mind. They're probably feeling so small at that point. And
Shudder down the spine, man. Tips at thenewsjunkie.com. Keep me anonymous. I work for waste management out of Denver right now, and I'm currently at work at the moment. I make $38 an hour and $137,000 a year.
All right.
Not bad.
Now we're talking.
That's including overtime. I work 63 hours a week, and I'm a commercial driver.
That's a lot.
Your pay varies based on location and position as a driver for waste management. That overtime seems to be the sweet little nugget that you want to get nibbling on.
But, God,
if you can.
Over 60 hours a week, chucking trash, that
That's
must
a
be
lot.
a lot.
It's a lot of work. And it seems to me like the people, when I say the garbage man might deserve a raise, even if they're talking about strikes, because a lot of these strikes will be like, calm down. You're doing fine over there. But in this case, I think the garbage man deserves a little more. And when I say that, I mean the ones on the back, right? If you're making $135 or $137,000 a year, making $38 an hour, working 63 hours, you're still working a lot of hours, and that's great. But you're compensated pretty decently for it. The ones on the back of the truck, that's who I think things are the roughest for. It's going to be hardest to get their feedback considering the circumstances, but we want to hear from you anyways. Let us know what you think. Give us that trash juice over at thenewsjunkie.com. A bunch of people chiming in with that. We'll get to their feedback, and we'll get to the trash people, trash men.
In the texting service said they ended this with a question mark. So are they asking if this is the case? It said the county dumps in the area have resident drop-off areas, so you're not going to the top of the hill anymore? Yes, that is correct. When I go and drop off like trash that's like wood or metal or anything like that, usually you just go to this little side bay that has these giant bins. You fill the bins and then they take that and bring it to the hill. So you're not like climbing Mount Trashmore just to get rid of your stuff. Like that's what you used to do. I used to go to the dump with my dad back in the day, and it was driving up a dirt hill of trash.
And you know what? I bet if you polled everybody, who do you think should make more? All right, I'm actually interested in your responses to this. Chat, everybody else, dispatchers. Who should make more? A police officer, the average police officer, or the average garbage man? Which one of those positions should pay more money? All right, the average police officer or the average garbage man? Who should pay more? Because Sun State John says, and our taxes pay these drivers. Yes, they do, but it's certainly doing work that I bet you wouldn't want to switch for. Right? Like, I bet a lot of people are like, no way.
Wait. Is that the case? Didn't Sabrina just say it was bundled into your utilities? That's not a tax thing.
I think property taxes might go to pay for some of it, but either way, it's a tax. Like if something is forced upon you to participate in society, it's a tax.
And that's for my area. I think it's different, in other places, obviously.
Right. It is. It's different in different places. It could be, I think sometimes it might be in your property tax stuff in some locales. I think a lot of them are like this, where they go, well, no, you have the option to not have trash service. All you have to do is be completely off the grid for the rest of your life. And you go, okay, well, I'm not the compost king over here. I can't make this happen. This is not the life that I'm going to be able to live here. But I think that it might sound like a lot to some of you, but it's a job that most people don't line up for. I've seen in my days delivering water a lot of jobs that I gained a whole bunch of respect for, because I think if you ask people on the streets, who do you think should make more money, a police officer or a garbage man? And then you ask that same question to everybody leaving the dump after doing what C-Lane just explained, like going in there, going to the top of Mount Trashmore, and then you go like, how much do you think they should get paid now? And you're like, never mind. I think they deserve more than the cops even. So let us know what your thoughts are on this, and let us know if you've seen any kind of protests or strikes. They're not getting the trash in your area.
Somebody here mentions NYC trash jobs. New York City are the holy grail of trash men, and I 100% believe that, because
they get a pile on, man. They have to really be elbow deep in that trash.
When you see, like, when you're walking through the streets of New York City on trash day, wherever you are, and you see the pile that amasses from some of these skyscrapers or some of these bigger buildings.
That's so gross.
And then as the trash person, you just have to like pull up and go, all right, here goes. I don't even think a whole truck could fit some of these things.
Babe, ready to funnel?
Well, I think you can highlight how New York City trash people are operating by that press conference when Eric Adams was like, we're going to solve the New York City trash crisis. And he rolled out a trash can.
Which is the size of...
we fixed it. We fixed the problem. This is going to solve New York City's... Well,
it
you don't
looks
have
like
trash
a toy,
cans?
like a trash bin toy that you would give to your kids, like a kitchen set would be.
This ain't going to fix the curbsides that I've seen in Manhattan. There's too much trash. It ain't going to work there. But that's sort of what they're dealing with. Where he went out and he said, we're going to start a trash revolution. We now have garbage cans. Congratulations. We fixed it all. Also, real quick, I talked about the new reality show on HBO, Back to the Frontier, where all these families pretend to be in the 1800s. And a day in, people are like, this is torture. I can't stand it. I can't do it. It's torture.
And some controversy,
Well, there's a bunch of pressure now against Chip Gaines and Joanna Gaines, who are in charge of this Back to the Frontier HBO reality series. And I say a bunch. Some people online. But online critics made their opinion about Chip and Joanna's decision to feature a brace yourself, people. To feature a gay couple on the series.
It ain't so.
They said they accused them of selling their souls for a paycheck. Pull the show up and stop mocking God to his face. They said that there's disappointment and sadness for being unable to watch the show. This says, I hope there isn't true. No, this is Franklin Graham, who's the son of late TV evangelist Billy Graham. I hope this isn't true, but I read today that Chip and Joanna Gaines are featuring a gay couple in their new series. If it's true, it's very disappointing. While we are to love people, we should love them enough to tell them the truth of God's word. Blah, 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 he says.
We can't hear through our gay ears, though.
Promoting something that God defines as sin is in itself sin. They got the gays on the show. Oh, boy.
What's next?
Well, at least they're not Jewish. You've got that going for it.
It's not like this is like the first show with gays on it. What about this show with the gays?
Yeah.
What about this show is different that is getting the backlash?
It's because the Chip and Joanna Gaines, they're like openly talking about their faith in the past, and so you get the extremist people, and all the Christian people. I mean, they like normal people who are religious and still go to church that I have met personally, and let's say like the last 10 years, do not care about this stuff. They do not care about this stuff. This is like the more radical people, and
people always have to have a problem with everything. You know, they have to nitpick it, and I can't wait till 1 million moms is right behind them. Riddle me this, because you are watching the show. Back in the 1800s, I mean,
wait, what show? No, I haven't watched this yet. No.
Because gay wasn't really a thing, so I'm wondering, like, as the gay couple, do they also have to hide their gayness?
Oh, they should work that in. They should. You know what we do?
Yeah, but until after dark, we have to go churn some butter.
Yeah, but the thing about that is, if we have to address that part of the 1800s, then the black couple's going to go, excuse me? You're doing what?
Yeah, there's some problems
we have an accuracy issue here because not down for that.
Yeah, there's differences in modern times in 2025 in the 1800s, certainly. The Real Waterboys of Central Florida says there's a guy who's a garbage man who lives in the Lake Como neighborhood. I see him on Facebook all the time telling people to stop parking where he can't get through. Yeah, I've seen the gripes. Tommy says on YouTube, I watched a little bit of that show. I like it. Interesting to see, how the kids hated the idea, but seems like they're enjoying it being something different than regular life. I think kids, generally speaking, younger kids, let's say under the age of 15, will reject things like this, living like it's in the 1800s and you don't have your phone and you don't have your internet and your video games and stuff. But I think when pushed through the experience, they will enjoy it because there's nothing quite like hanging out with your family, having fun times and doing things like this. I think it's pretty fun and you build these memories and whatnot. But in the moment, if somebody asks me if I want to ditch things like air conditioning and vehicular travel and the internet and power, no, I don't. No, absolutely not. But afterwards, if you do, these young kids, I think some of them will actually enjoy it, believe it or not. Let us know what you think. Send your dispatches over at thenewsjunkie.com right now. Excuse me. Apologize.
Burpee.
Here is Nathan. Nathan talking about cops and trash people.
You're talking about the trash men and the police officers.
Yeah.
As far as pay goes, I believe policemen should make a little bit more based on the fact that they put their life in danger a lot more. But I think that being that the trashmen should be right there, like really close, if not on par. You know, I don't think people understand what they go through.
It's tough
on a regular basis. Like
it's gross.
Trash. Like you could very easily get whatever, catch something from that nasty trash.
But it's not just that. For me, here's how it is. Here's how I'll say this. I think it's not about you or like maybe even the three of us. All right, I'll put the three of us on this plane. Maybe we don't deserve it. But at my house, the trash goes out on trash day. We follow the rules. We put it where they tell us to put it. We do everything so that when the garbage truck comes down the street, it's as easy breezy as it possibly can be for them to get everything. But in your neighborhood, it's not about you or your neighbors that are great at this. It's about all the annoying, obnoxious losers in life. These mega soft people who not only do they not know the rules of these kind of things, but they can't be bothered, right? They just put I have a neighbor not too far from me, and they order a lot of stuff on Amazon, and they just put all the boxes in their front yard. They literally just open the door and basketball shot the Amazon boxes, not broken down or anything, into the front yard. And their idea is the trash people will get it. And I've seen the trash people leave notes at their house, and it's like, you can't do this. We're not going to take it if you do this. But these weird barefoot weirdos go out there and do the same thing day after day after day. That's the reason why the job sucks. Those are the problems. Let us know what you think. Send us a dispatch. Go to thenewsjunkie.com or email tips@thenewsjunkie.com right now. When we come back, we got some reality drama to get into at one point in time. I want to talk about work. I want to talk about the workplace in a different element.
Yes.
We got more info coming in about the whole White House Epstein drama and a lot more on the way. All of that coming up next on the News Junkie.
Real radio is
The Monsters in the Morning.
Brian Holmes, what do you think?
So I can hear you better?
Yeah.
Have big boobs. I will be able to hear you very well in a crowded bar.
Wow.
Trust me on that one.
The Monsters in the Morning.
Real Radio 104.1.
From the Clausman Law Traffic Center, car crash, call Clausman Law. ClausmanLaw.com.
I-95 has been reopened. Northbound and southbound lanes are getting by. Crews are on the roadways, clearing up that accident there. Expect intermediate lane closures. Darrell Carter Parkway, that interchange by I-4 is opening up Friday, so hopefully that will ease some congestion. It's going to be your typical slowdowns on I-4 this afternoon. See traffic troubles? Call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by KFC.
$5 mac and cheese bowls and pot pie are back. That's a big old bowl of warm mac and cheese topped with hand-breaded nuggets or mouth-watering pot pie baked in a flaky crust. Prices and participation vary. Taxes, tips, and fees extra. It's finger-licking good.
Delta Airlines doesn't just help you see the world. They help you embrace it. Delta's...
Hello. Uh-oh. Some breaking news coming in. We'll hit this when we come back. We'll hit it, and we'll hit it hard.
Planning a trip to Orlando? Don't forget to visit Cocoa Beach, Orlando's closest beach. With its legendary beach vibes, sunny shores, and entertainment options, Cocoa Beach is a must-see on your to-do list. Ride the waves, stroll the iconic pier, watch a beautiful sunset, or just kick back with your toes in the sand. Add a little salt water to your Sunshine State adventure at Cocoa Beach, Orlando's closest beach. Learn more at legendarycocobeach.com. That's legendarycocobeach.com.
This is Monster Jam. Get ready for
Hang on, I'm coming over there.
For the whole family. Featuring Grave Digger, El Toro Loco, Sparkle Smash, and more. Brought to you by Morgan & Morgan. Visit MorganMonsterJam.com to save $15 on tickets. Courtesy of Morgan & Morgan. Visit website for restrictions and details. Coming to Kia Center August 2nd and 3rd. Tickets on sale now.
CNN reports Trump hates the environment. Fox reports he's a man of the common people. Who hates the environment? Republicans I know don't actually hate the environment. You know what I mean? I think Republicans that I know hate the Green New Deal or like carbon tax credit systems or like hampering your economy and the economic status of your country and the world in a pursuit of doing something like trying to control the climate. I think most people, like outside of the big fat guy running the construction equipment on Captain Planet, I think most people care about the planet. Like, I don't want to throw trash in the sea. I want my cities clean. And the people who don't agree with that, eject. I think that's a red flag. Like, if you don't care about throwing trash around and like making the environment nasty, I think that's one of the biggest red flags. Three minutes. We'll get to some news just coming in, including 2 clips that we got to play. All right, we'll get to those. Then we're going to gear up for the next episode, and then we're going to break it wide open in the second half of the show.
Hey, Florida, this is your last chance to save 30% on solar. Yep, you heard it right, 30%. Federal solar tax credits are in jeopardy, so you've been thinking about going solar? Now.
Awesome for Prez says, I'm loving these hot mic alerts from Sean. This is secretly the guy from earlier rebranded. That's my theory. My theory is this is the guy from earlier rebranded, and now he's put on some glasses, and he's like, I'm really enjoying these hot mic moments. I used to go boating all the time in Miami, Marla says. People ironically dumping trash in the same water they swim in. It's disgusting. It is indicative of the type of person that they are. And I think those people should be like the lowest rung of society. Gross, dirty people.
Go to solarsource.com/monsters. That's solarsource.com/monster. No one wants to be beyond stress for their family. That's why trust or a will is so important. Without them, your assets might go to the
Captain Lawson, he's our hero, gonna take pollution down to 0. I mean, I think there's got to be some middle ground on the whole, like, save the world green initiative. Like, yes, let's try to do things. Let's encourage electric vehicles if those make sense. Let's encourage this, let's encourage that. But then there's what I get down the line from the left-wing stuff, which is like, no, let's actually cut ourselves off at the knees. Let's actually spend billions or trillions of dollars trying to control the temperature in the short term or long term, which is probably not going to be very feasible. I think you just got to get smart. Like Bjorn Longberg, I think that guy's got some pretty decent ideas. I think you got to be smart about doing it. All right, we're coming back. Here we go. Why do you need to wait for the second half of the show to give us quality programming? I gotta make you wait, buddy. You only get the good stuff in the middle. It's like an Oreo. Get through that garbage outside to get to that good inside.
Whole lineup of legends are leading the charge. Check it out and celebrate 1 year of iHeart Women's Sports right now on iHeartRadio.
Explore the latest. Open the free iHeartRadio app and see what's trending now.
Wawa Hoagie Fest is here. Hoagies, clubs, quesadillas, and more, all for $6 and under.
Now is your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website. Check. 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 That's check. Enter it now on our website at realradio.fm. Good luck.
Home of the world famous game of magnets. This is the
don't just have to watch. You don't just have to hang out with us. That's cool. I dig that. But you might have something on your mind. You might think, God, Sean is such an idiot about this. And then you can get that off your chest by sending it over to tips@thenewsjunkie.com or sending a dispatch. On the other hand, if you listen and think, well, exactly, finally somebody's saying it, send that as well. Both sides always welcome, and then some over at thenewsjunkie.com. Trump is talking about the whole Epstein thing, and I guess he's taking more shots here. Earlier, he said, I don't understand it. I don't understand why people are pushing this. And now he's even saying that, did he say they were bad? There were bad people pushing? What was the quote?
Yes. I believe so.
He said bad, right?
Yeah.
Like he said, these are bad people pushing this. And I said, that must make me bad then, because I want to know more. I would love, in particular, the Ghislaine Maxwell testimony.
But he also said it in response to the question that specifically mentioned his base, like his followers, asking more into the Epstein thing.
He said, I don't understand it. And he said, I think it's bad. I think they're bad people.
He first insulted Epstein, not good with regards to life.
Yeah. As far as the living factor, sucks at it.
Then he brought up Russia, which is like his version of Marsha.
Mm-hmm.
And then Mueller or Mueller, whatever. And just all the other stuff that he brings up on who wrote all this. And then called the people that are interested in this bad, which, circling back, his base.
Now we've got beyond bad, because I think this is stupid. I think he's now said stupid.
I know you want to move past all this intrigue over the Epstein files, but I do want to ask you to clarify something you said this morning. You said this was all a hoax. Has your attorney general told you this was a hoax? What evidence have you seen
it's
of
not
that?
the attorney general. No, I know it's a hoax. It's started by Democrats. It's been run by the Democrats for 4 years. You had Christopher Wray and these characters and Comey before him. And it's a bad group. It started, actually, look at the Steele dossier. That turned out to be a total hoax. The 51 agents, the so-called intelligence agents.
Run down the line again.
It's all been a big hoax. It's perpetrated by the Democrats. And some stupid Republicans and foolish Republicans fall into the net. And so they try and do the Democrats' work. The Democrats are good for nothing other than these hoaxes. They're bad for policy. They're bad for picking candidates that can get elected. Like in New York, we have a communist running. He may get elected too, actually, but he'll destroy the city.
So he said they're stupid. Some of the people who are being fooled and tricked into this are stupid. So now you might be bad, you might be stupid.
Stupid Republicans, even.
Stupid Republicans.
That's a new one for Trump.
Because he's suggesting that they need to move on from this. But this is not the way to get anybody to move on. I think there's still going to be buzz about this until you do something else. And the alternative is to get something else juicy out there. Like even on a low level, you could pardon Joe Exotic and people would talk about something different for a day.
That bitch.
But he talked about, and there's a lot of fuel, I think, for this, firing the federal chairman, Jerome Powell, because he's not cutting interest rates and stuff fast enough, which would be a bit unprecedented. The courts would get involved. I think it would be unprecedented. I don't know if that's it. Has a Fed chair ever been fired by a president before, C-Line? Can you look that up? I don't know if that's true or not. I have him talking about this, so let me switch to that in the meantime while you search for that. But yeah, he said it's likely not going to happen. But here's Trump in his own words.
Fire him? Have you drafted a letter?
I haven't drafted a letter.
So you didn't show a letter to Republican lawmakers last night?
No, I talked about the concept of fire him. I said, what do you think? Almost every one of them said I should. But I'm more conservative than they are. We talked about it. In fact, we had 11 of the 12 people here yesterday, for a very big bill having to do with crypto, etc.
Crypto bill.
And other things. And all of the votes are going with us, every single vote. But during the conversation, when we were talking about it, I asked, what would you do about that? They all said would fire him.
So he's saying he's not planning, he hasn't drafted a letter, but they're suggesting that he should. Did you find out if that had ever been done before, Sealand, or no?
President has never fired the chair of the Federal Reserve in modern history. They can nominate the chair. They cannot remove them from the position before the end of the term except for cause.
I'm also seeing a recent Supreme Court decision further clarify that the president does not have the power to remove the Federal Reserve chair at will.
What's the decision? Did it say or no?
I'll click.
It may have been in the one where they said that Trump does have the authority to fire federal workers, which is like a duh. If the president can't fire federal workers, the president doesn't have enough power.
So Politico posted in May of 2025.
Mm-hmm.
The Supreme Court on Thursday said the relationship between the president and the Federal Reserve is different from that of other independent agencies, signaling that Chair Jerome Powell is legally protected from being removed by President Donald Trump.
Yeah, I mean, I think this has kind of just been the way that it works with the federal chair, so you could separate the federal government from the U.S. economy.
Checks and balances still? Is that
I mean, this would be like more of an economic check and balance, but I think that it's historically been this way for the country for a reason. You don't want because I don't know. It seems crazy because Sealand did say or one of the two of you said you could do it for cause. Right. And then it gets into what does cause mean? Is the Fed chair just running wild and doing all kinds of stuff that's tanking the economy on purpose?
It says here cause generally means malfeasance or gross misconduct, not policy disagreements.
I know, but doesn't malfeasance or gross misconduct seem to be in the eye of the beholder very much?
A little bit, yeah, of course.
If he says this is malfeasance, they haven't cut these these interest rates more. That would be a distraction from this, but so far we're not seeing that as the case. So far, that's not working to draw the attention away. But now, stupid, bad, these names are being tossed out there. How do you feel about it? Let us know with your dispatches. Lots of them coming in. We'll get to them soon here on the show. When we return, the next episode with Sabrina. What's coming up on the next episode?
What's coming up on the next episode? According to reports, one of the most beloved from the Harry Potter franchise is now banned from driving. Not me, not you, Hermione. We also have some explicit pictures allegedly from Conor McGregor and his penis, to whom is a very big surprise. Plus, I'm going to learn how to say surprise. All that and so much more coming up on the next episode.
And that is coming up next on the News Junkie.
Coming up tonight on Real Radio at 7, it's a corporate time with Tom and Dan, brought to you by Gringos Locos and Modern Plumbing Industry.
Chat. Is there anybody in chat that thinks yep, this is dumb, Epstein stuff, let's move past it, let's get over? I'm not hearing a lot of that. I mean, I'm sure there's a world where you can get in that, but I'm not seeing a lot of that feedback. This is all going over my head? Okay, explain it like I'm 5. The federal chairman of the Federal Reserve, is a gentleman by the name of Jerome Powell, who was not appointed by Trump. The federal chairman serves a term that is longer than that of the presidency, which is supposed to kind of keep things bipartisan with the economy. The Federal Reserve Chairman is in control of a lot of things with our economy, including what interest rates are on federal loans and things like that. When you have inflation, the Federal Reserve Chair will take those interest rates and bring them way up a quarter of a point or a point at a time. When the interest rates go way up, people borrow less money and the economy cools down. When the economy cools down, inflation hopefully starts dropping. When inflation starts dropping and the economy is heating up a little bit, then you can lower interest rates again and fire up the economy, but hopefully lower prices. I hope that helps. Generally speaking, the president doesn't fire that person because it's seen to be a nonpartisan job. But in 2025, there's not too many nonpartisan jobs there. Ryan says big balancing act. Yeah, it is. It's a big balancing act. Yeah. Increasing interest rates also makes it more expensive to build homes and things, so the demand goes down for that as well. Yes, by design. Literally by design. You raise the interest rates so the economy cools down. And when the economy cools down, you lower the interest rates to get things fired up again. We were hanging out at like almost zero interest rates for a while when our economy was just roaring. So sometimes you got to hit the brakes a little bit and then, ebb and flow. Epstein stuff is all pretty gay, and I mean it in the terms of 2009 gamer gay. All right. Eggs are $65. Eggs are such a good example of dodo discourse because everybody was like freaking out. Eggs are so expensive. They're fleecing us on the egg prices. And then the grocery store egg prices from them, their purchase price went down because a lot of the bird flu and other colds passed. And now the prices of eggs at the grocery store are kind of lower. Not lower than they were before, but lower than they were when people were really mad. And it's like gas prices. Low gas prices doesn't make a lot of headlines, but high gas prices does. And you just never revisit. It's kind of dumb. 90 seconds and we're coming back, friend. Have we forgotten the real news? Rip Elton John. He's still alive, okay? It hasn't been 3 weeks yet.
Why did I go to the doctor? My heart would race just taking my son to practice. It didn't feel right. So I got checked out. Turns out I have atrial fibrillation, which increases the risk of stroke.
1 minute. Coming back. Damn, eggs are $90 now? Popping off in the egg world. No more eggs. Here we go.
She's looking at the cigarettes, but she just grabs the gum off the counter. Stand Up to Cancer and Rally want you to reduce.
And the countdown is on.
Uh-oh. She's looking at the cigarettes, but she just grabs the gum off the counter. Stand Up to Cancer and Rally want you to reduce your risk for cancer. Go to takeahealthystand.org.
You've got an app for music, an app for photos, maybe even one that helps you sleep. But only one app puts the live radio dial in your pocket and lets you save your favorite stations, playlists, and podcasts as presets. Get the free iHeartRadio app, the #1 app for radio.
Real Radio is on Instagram at Real Radio 1041. Sponsored by the law offices of Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
Watching the world burn with some friends since 2007. This
and beyond. We'll dip our toes into that here on the show. We've also got a lot of garbage men giving us, the trash juice is coming in hot and heavy. All right. So we'll get to what they have to say about the discussion today, and I'll reframe everything in case you're just catching up with us. But right now, let's get into it. Let's do the next episode.
Because there's a lot on TV, and you can't possibly keep up with all of it, even though you should, because what else are you going to talk about?
Look at that, boobs.
Nothing. Weather's nice. It's time for the next episode with Sabrina. Hey.
Show me. Little teaser for you.
Smoke weed every day.
Money that you could be swimming in. Start the process today of refinancing, buying your first dream home. HELOCs, get some cash out. If you're confused, don't worry. He is there to lead the way. He has your back, and that's That Mortgage Guy Don. Go to thatmortgageguyDon.com.
Don't miss the boat. Compare your quote with thatmortgageguyDon.com.
32 years ago, 1993, this was released.
Free Willy.
Free Willy is right. Some fun facts. The real-life whale, Keiko. The orca who played Willie, real whale housed in a small tank with unsuitable chlorinated water in Mexico City, the amusement park. When the movie was filmed, people got word of it, and they wanted to set him free. He was eventually airlifted from Mexico to the Oregon Coast Aquarium in a custom-built tank, 1996. Years of rehab, training in the Oregon Coast Aquarium, and finally, after 22 years in captivity, they let him go. And it was
Didn't we just talk about this? Why is this? Didn't we literally just talk about this?
Yeah, but I'm just giving you some fun facts about Free Willy because it was released on this day 32 years ago.
What was the other thing that just had us talking about this?
Tycho's birthday, maybe?
Was it? Okay,
I have no clue.
We talked about whales? I know, you did
deja
mention
vu, like
that.
we literally just did this.
So he never fully adapted to life and
Poor thing.
was relying on human caretakers until he died of pneumonia in Norway, 2003.
We talked about Michael Madsen dying, and he was in Free Willy.
in Free Willy. Okay, all right, that's what it was. Okay.
Well, Keiko performed some of the actions. The film also heavily relied on a 20-foot animatronic whale for the close-up shots. For example, that big jump scene, the climax of it all. It was achieved by strapping the animatronic to a rocket launcher.
No way. That's cool.
Very cool. Richard Donner,
And
one
the
of
kid had to just be underneath that?
Yeah, and hoping to not die, I guess.
This thing better work!
Actually, that kid had a stunt double. I was, where was it? All right.
Fun.
Debbie Derryberry, say that 5 times fast, was Jason James Richter's stunt double for some scenes, including him falling into the tank before Willie saves him, which was shot at midnight. And at that time, the kid actor only allowed to work until 10 p.m. And the Windsor, one of the producers, concerned that he won't be able to hold his breath for so long. So at some point, Debbie Derryberry sang a note to keep her bubbles the same size as the child actor she was stunt doubling for.
Wow.
Very
Weird.
fascinating indeed. Also, they auditioned 23 orcas for the role of Willie.
How do you get turned down?
No, next
Sorry.
whale, please.
It's like American Idol, just
Yeah.
brutal. I'm
We'll be
sorry.
in touch. Okay?
You're a loser.
And we may have some losers headed our way, but the Emmy nominations have been announced, baby.
Okay.
Severance and The Penguin got the most.
I didn't
quite
see
a
The
bit.
Penguin.
Neither did
Still
I.
haven't seen it? Oh, you
No.
guys you're missing out.
Severance got a crazy amount of nominations, though.
Severance, I was doing a little blurb up top. I'm trying to see where
there are some of the
Severance,
categories-
27 nominations.
Huge.
Crazy.
Yeah, The Penguin got 24. Studio and White Lotus have 23. The Last of Us rounds out the top 5 with 16 nominations.
There's a lot of good stuff in here. Because I was looking at these last night.
Well, Squid Game got completely ignored.
Yeah, I heard that too. But when I was looking at these last night, I was like, that show that we watched that I really liked, Paradise, the one with
with Idris Elba.
Sterling K. Brown.
K. Brown, sorry.
And I was like, oh, Paradise got nominated for Best Drama. That would be really cool if it won. It was a really good show. Let's see what else is nominated. Andor, The Last of Us, The Pit, Severance, White Lotus, among others. I'm like, this is a really
That's
tough,
it. Yeah.
tough category.
Handmaid's Tale, only 1 nomination. Nominee for the doll that may have killed someone.
Yes.
Now, Annabelle, the horror movies, they're based on the alleged true story of this haunted doll.
Yeah.
Except the real Annabelle isn't a creepy-looking porcelain doll. It's a Raggedy Ann. And that Raggedy Ann, supposedly haunted, and supposedly may have killed a guy. So, according to reports, Annabelle's been on tour these days. I don't know what the ticket tiers are like with an Annabelle tour.
The real Annabelle is so not scary.
And also
like-
looks so much like other Raggedy Ann dolls that I feel like you could mix those up and be haunted forever.
It's not even interesting looking. It just looks like you got it off the shelf and it's a little red-haired Raggedy Ann doll.
I'll tell you one that is very creepy, and I saw in real life was the one in Key West.
Mm-hmm.
The one that haunts you?
Yeah, you have to say sorry to it, or if you disrespect it, you have to write it a letter.
Does it look
Say
scarier
sorry.
than this?
Yeah, it was all like chipped and creepy looking. I was very respectful when I met it. But Annabelle, she's been on tour, 3-day stop in Gettysburg, Pennsylvania. After day 3 on Sunday, a 54-year-old named Dan Rivera died unexpectedly. Dan was the paranormal investigator who was accompanying Annabelle on her tour.
Is this the one you're talking about?
Yeah. What's his name? Robert
is
the
it, yeah.
dog.
Robert's definitely much more scary looking.
Look at that. He's a
Sorry,
little
go ahead.
rusty. And so is that little dog, too.
Mm-hmm.
Annabelle is owned by the New England Society for Psychic Research, and they paid tribute to Dan on Monday. They did not blame the doll for his death. Probably a good move. I don't know who to blame, but Emma Watson will now need to rely on public transportation and private drivers for the next 6 months.
Ooh.
Because she been banned from driving.
What'd she do? Let's pass judgment on the Harry Potter girl. What'd she do?
Emma Watson pulled over, going 38 miles per hour. I hope, brace yourselves. In a 30-mile-per-hour zone.
That's
you braced? Yeah. She was caught speeding.
Where was this?
In Oxford. England, to be exact.
England is a lost country. If you 8 miles an hour over the speed limit, does she do this every day or something? What?
She was caught speeding by a mere 8 miles per hour. Reportedly had 9 points on her license and 3 more points to Gryffindor, and her license means that you can't drive for 6 months. So she's been a crazy little driver, that Hermione. She's also been at Oxford University, has joined the crew team, and is the coxswain of the women's third boat. What is that?
I think it's coxswain.
Coxswain. It's like, isn't that the anchor?
Is it like row?
It's the person who's like in charge of the crew.
Dude, I would never have guessed that. She looks so small.
Well,
She
that's
doesn't
probably
look
why
like-
she's the coxswain.
Well, no, I think in that position you have to have some muscle, don't you? Like to row those boats.
she's not the one rowing. She's yelling.
She's just the commander, like, you know,
Row,
orchestrating.
row, a little
that's
left.
That's a good gig to get if you
Row.
can get it.
I also feel like she's been going to college for the last 15 years. I feel like I always hear about her either filming Harry Potter
How
or
old
she's
is she?
off in Oxford.
Watson.
I think she's my age.
35? Still in
Yeah.
college, huh?
Look at that. And finally, I'll leave you with this. Someone's having a bad day, and that person is named Billy McFarland.
Oh, no.
Did the auction finish
Oh,
for
it sure
Firefest?
did. The Fire Festival name and IP sold on eBay. Did you guys see the story already?
No,
Sean, do you want
I
to
saw the story,
take
but
a
I don't know
guess?
how much. I saw that he sold it, but I didn't know how much it went for.
I mean, he owes more than $20 million in restitution for the original Firefest investors, plus millions in back taxes.
So he's not even going to get the money.
He did that time. He live streamed the auction, and when the bidding amount hit a certain amount, he said, and I quote, "Damn, this sucks." End quote. How much do you think it went for?
That must not be good.
Didn't we look
Not
it
good
up?
at all. I
Didn't
think
we-
it was supposed to be in the millions.
I might be crazy. I think when we looked at it live on the show, the auction for like Firefest, the name and all that was over $200,000.
But it was. I thought it was right around $200,000. Like it wasn't over two.
No.
It wasn't over $3.
I thought it would go for maybe $500,000 to $1 million.
Okay.
That's what I thought.
That's
so
your
I'm going to go
guess?
I'm going to go in the middle of there. I'm going to go $655,000.
That's good.
$400,000.
That's good too. So much lower than that. It went for $245,000.
So it didn't move much from where we saw it when we looked at it.
A steal, baby. Disappointed with the price, he says, excited
low.
to move on to my next chapter. On the Boob Tube, my friends. Speaking of chapters, you can catch Shane Gillis hosting the 2025 ESPYs on ABC, Big Brother on CBS, 9th season premiere of Sisters on BET, and the documentary Miley Cyrus, Something Beautiful on Disney+. Owen Wilson's going to be wowing on Stephen Colbert and You. Follow your dreams and me on Instagram at Sabrina Ambra. Most importantly, stay with me, America.
Smoke weed every day. Thank you, Sabrina. We've got the trash juice. When we come back, the coxswain.
Coxswain.
What was that first one?
Do it again. It sounded the same both
Coxswain.
times. Yeah. I mean, it sounds bad.
I think you said juice at the same time.
Coxswain juice? That would be different. Yeah. That's like what drips off
Yep.
of the coxswain as they row, whatever they're shouting, I'm sure.
When they spit when they talk.
When we come back, we'll an update on the AI discussion we've been floating along. I got to talk about something in the reality world just for a moment. We'll talk about swollen ankles. It's going to get weird, friends. We'll get into things here in just a moment. That's coming up next on the News Junkie.
Your chance to win $1,000 in your hand is minutes away on Real Radio 104.1. Brought to you by Mills Air.
Northbound and southbound lanes are getting by now on I-95. Keep an eye out for crews on the roadways near Maytown Road underpass. Expect intermediate lane closures. The Darrell Carter Parkway interchange near I-4 is getting opened up on Friday. Hopefully that eases traffic congestion in that area. It's going to be your typical delays on I-4 through that amusement park area. See traffic troubles, call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Compassion International.
Every day, a child in poverty waits for a sponsor is another day of hopelessness. There are thousands of kids who've been waiting.
Hey, everybody, school mic's on. All right, everybody.
Radio is brought to you by Eye Candy Energy Drink. Taste the sweet life. I'm John Morgan. We recently received a call.
By the way, in case I said this earlier, I don't know what I said in my Powell rant. Trump did not, Trump did appoint Powell. He did appoint Powell. It wasn't Biden who appointed him, even though he sometimes forgets that, like in a recent thing. In fact, the interview that I played from earlier, he was like, I was surprised when he was chosen, but I guess he was the person who was chosen. Sean, take me off the mod so I can get banned. We can arrange that. We can and shall. Quick note, if you don't mind, or I guess request, if you are spending some time with us today and enjoying any of the show, you see what it takes to put on something like this each day. If you're having a good time, if you're entertained enough, just take a moment over on YouTube. Make sure that you're subscribed. I appreciate that. And also hit the like button on today's stream. Each day it's helpful just to take a moment, like right now. If you're on your laptop or on your phone, it's incredibly easy. Activate the screen, hit the like button, you're done with it. So thanks to everybody who's done that.
Don't sleep well, have low energy, even why you can't lose weight and more. Viome reboots your body to live longer, live healthier, and look younger. Viome is changing lives.
Don't forget to set the first preset on the iHeart app. Any preset, any of your presets, hopefully the first. But wherever you listen to the station, Real Radio 104.1, anywhere else you listen to the station, make that a preset, please, on iHeart. That doesn't even cost you any money. It's honestly better. It's like way easier when you operate the app to have those presets if you like the show anyways. Are you guys fighting on Twitch? Is there a Twitch fight going on I'm kind of missing right now? Let us know if that's the case. Is there a Twitch fight going on? Check your email, Sean. I have a lot. Okay. Hang on tight, everybody.
Thinking about selling your home? Well, hold on to your packing tape. The Nickley Group can sell houses faster than you can find that one missing side. Get a guaranteed cash offer on your home from the Nickley Group today. Visit thenickley.com.
And we're back talking all things connectivity with Spectrum customers Kev and Melissa. So tell us, how long have you been with Spectrum and how important is a reliable internet connection?
Okay. There we go. Problem solved. Again, thanks everybody who hit the like button. I appreciate that. It's very valuable.
We need that. We had Spectrum Wi-Fi before our couch got here.
That's true. That's a true story.
We're going to talk a little bit about the list. The list that was released by I think the Miami Herald, which is a list of names of the people who are allegedly at Alligator Alcatraz. We'll talk about that list and who's on it in just a moment. Twitch is fighting again. Who gave who an STD this time? I don't know what's going on. There's too many platforms for me to be on top of all of this stuff. I try my best. I do what I can. But I don't know what's happening. I want everybody just to be chill, have a good time, fight where you need to fight, but be respectful enough. All right, we're coming back. Here we go, everybody. Here we go. Coming back now.
Ben's Outlet has the largest selection of fencing options in the state with over 400,000 square feet of showroom and warehouse space. Get 0% financing for 12 months for your gorgeous new fence. Book your appointment online today. Go to fenceoutlet.com. License number C-10252 and C-10803.
There's still time to enjoy locked-in summer value at Sam's Club. Until July 22nd, prices are held on over 1,000 items. This is the perfect time to join Sam's Club and make the most of summer. So sign up for a membership today at samsclub.com/join.
Do you have AC needs? Turn to the experts at Carrier. Go to millsair.com.
Coming to you live from the JustCallMo.com studios. Injured on the go? Just call Mo. Need help after an accident? Visit JustCallMo.com or dial 1-800-CALL-MO. This is WTKS-FM HD1, Cocoa Beach, Orlando. An iHeart radio station. Make us the #1 preset on your car radio and on the free new and improved iHeart Radio app. Listen for all your music, radio, and podcasts. Free never sounded so good.
Now is your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website. Credit. C-R-E-D-I-T. Credit. That's credit. Enter it now on our website at realradio.fm. Good luck.
Preparing you for the impending robot uprising. This is the News Junkie.
It's only for the naughty people, at least allegedly. The Alligator Alcatraz list has leaked out from some media outlets, and allegedly this new leaked list shows the people who are being held at this Alligator Alcatraz place.
I thought it wasn't a leak. I thought somebody legally compelled them to release it.
Oh, it might be. It was from the Miami Herald and the Tampa Times, and they published the list with their original reporting. I don't know if that's the way they got it. They published a list of names. The Department of Homeland Security has not officially confirmed the identity of these people who are at Alligator Alcatraz. And I guess the idea is that it's just a whole bunch of innocentos, and there shouldn't be anybody there anyways. This is a big flashpoint. People get quite upset, some people, about the Alligator Alcatraz people. And some of the stories that I see about this, I find them to be odd. Like, for instance, there was one here locally today, and it says, Orange County leaders won't sign change to agreement for jail staff to transport ICE detainees. And it's about Orange County, Florida, and them working with this like Alligator Alcatraz place and ICE in general. And the story says, with immigration on the agenda at the Tuesday Orange County Board of County Commissioners meeting, Maria X from Apopka, I'm guessing this is not her actual given name, spoke out about her 21-year-old nephew, who she said is being detained in Alligator Alcatraz in the Florida Everglades. I worry a lot about his health. His mental health is everything. I worry, she says. And whenever they give the details about who this person is or what they've done to end up in a place like Alligator Alcatraz, it's always like, well, he was a good boy. He was a good boy, just doing his thing. And then ICE guys came and got him. And the more I read it, the more I'm like, what's going on? Why was this dude in here? This doesn't seem right. 5 years ago, she said her nephew immigrated to the United States to get away from gangs in El Salvador. Wesh, come on. Like, just say what you're saying here. Did he immigrate to the United States, which implies that like he was legally relocating somehow from El Salvador to deal with these gangs, or is he in the country illegally? Those are different things. She said after an arrest in Lake County, he made a stop in the Orange County jail. So we don't know why he was arrested in Lake County, why he made a stop in the Orange County jail.
Can we search it, though? But his name?
Maybe. We don't have his name because she's just going by X, her last name, and saying it's a family member. So what I'm saying is I bet if we dig up this nephew's story, he's probably not the innocente she's suggesting he is. That's just my gut. I could be wrong. Just my gut on this. She says the conditions are inhumane. After a 2-hour discussion, Orange County leaders said they're looking into modifying one of the agreements for the county jail to house ICE detainees, blah-bitty-blue-bitty. And then it says, during public comment Tuesday morning, immigrant advocates and community leaders urged county leaders to roll back cooperation with ICE. I asked for empathy and courage to end this fear. And speaking specifically about her nephew, she said, because there was one more thing here about that. Well, she was basically saying like she's concerned her nephew could be deported and he may never see his U.S.-born son again. Yes, I'm fearful. He has a little boy and needs to be with his boy because he's going to grow without his father. That depends on a lot, Maria. That depends on what's going on with him. Why was he arrested in all of these places? If your nephew is some kind of violent criminal and he happened to get arrested in these locations and they said he's not a U.S. citizen, see you later. That's the way it is. You can't be like, well, he's got a son. He's 21 years old. He gets to stay. No. Why are you being cagey about what was going on here? And the news is like part and parcel of this. Wesh saying after an arrest in Lake County, he made a stop in the Orange County jail. And then he tell the people
like
reading
he was
this.
Transferred? Like that sounds so strange.
It's incredibly unclear. Tell us what the person was arrested for. Tell us what they did. If this story reads after an arrest for an attempted rape in Lake County, Florida, no one cares anymore. What are the reasons why this person was arrested? Why are they so cagey in so many of these stories? If they're getting a bunch of lawn men and they're getting a bunch of illegals who are like out in the fields or something, and all they've done is entered this country illegally and putting them out at Alligator Alcatraz, then people are going to be up in arms about it. Well, we get all these stories where they just negate all of these things or say things like 5 years ago, she said her nephew immigrated to the United States to get away from gangs in El Salvador. How? Why? What? Ask some questions. What went down there? Who are these 700 people? I legitimately wouldn't mind knowing more about them. Who's there and what's going on? I have other concerns when it comes to something like the Alligator Alcatraz place. It's $500 million. It's $500 million to run that place every year, they said. And from what I see, it doesn't look like it's the most significant place ever. Why does it cost $500 million to run the facility?
Because they didn't have to like take bids on building it because it was built under a state of emergency declared by the governor, a state of emergency in regards to immigration, illegal immigration.
So now considering that, but it's still taking that much money to run it. And there are some, when it just comes to a human that is being detained, what are the conditions?
It depends on who you ask. If you ask Maxwell Frost and if you ask Debbie Wasserman Schultz, they're going to tell you this is undeniably torturous and the bathrooms are overflowing and the people are crying out and it's worse than a prison in El Salvador. And if you ask Ron DeSantis and his folks, they're going to say, we're treating them like prisoners because they're prisoners and we take care of them here and they're fed and they're, it depends on who you're getting the question answered by.
Have we heard from anyone inside?
I'm sure there's been some reports from people talking inside. I would guess that they have, their particular priors too. Like if you've been in Alligator Alcatraz, you're probably going to be like, I didn't do anything wrong. I don't know what we learn by this list being released of 700 people. And Sealand, did you see how they got that? I don't want to get this wrong. So, yeah, again, Miami Herald and Tampa Bay Times released the list of the people at this Alligator Alcatraz. So were they forced to release it to them? We have a lot of laws in Florida, which is why you see all the wacky stories about Florida in the news. We have a lot of laws about releasing information from the government, but I'm not sure if that's how this came out.
See who's being held at the remote detention site.
I feel like if it was both of those outlets and that was released legally, not so much a leak.
Oh, I don't even know if there's a way to release it legally. Even if they had like somebody who's an insider just leak them the information, ain't nobody going to jail for that. But it would be about, did the government give up the info or did somebody leak it out?
It seems when I heard of this a little bit earlier in the week, I thought it was something that they did like a freedom of information kind of thing. Now, I know that much like our local county jails and state prisons, you could just go to a website and look up names and, is this person in there? And you type in a last name and see how many people with the last name are in there. I don't believe that there's like an alligatoralcatraz.gov that's providing that service at the moment. But let me read through this article real quick and I'll see if there's a source.
All right, yeah. I think you could be right. I said leak earlier, which might not correctly grab where that came from. It may be what you were saying, where they asked for it and the Freedom of Information Act or whatever they use, all the different laws in Florida about releasing info. So let us know what you think. I also saw this story, and I thought this was interesting for a couple of different reasons. But the Trump administration has deported 5 migrants convicted of violent crimes. And these are bad crimes, all right? These are some pretty bad muchachos that they're releasing here. So bad that these 5 immigrants who are in this country illegally, I'm assuming, from Vietnam, Jamaica, Laos, Cuba, and Yemen, their countries didn't want them back, all right? So the countries where these people came from were like, we don't want them. We're not going to take them. So they found other places to send these people, including the country of Eswatini. They have sent them to Eswatini.
Beautiful.
That's
this
right.
time of year.
It has happened. Now, I am a person, when I look at the world map, I can fill in more of it than 99.99% of people. I know my geography pretty well. I know a lot of things about the world from focusing on news stories for a very, very long time. I will tell you, I have no idea where Eswatini is in Africa. I have no idea.
Gotta be honest, never heard of it.
I don't remember it being in the Yakko song.
No, I don't know.
United States, Canada, Mexico,
Eswatini.
How do you even spell it? So I'm gonna
Eswatini. Eswatini. Let's ask TNJAI. What can you tell me about the country Eswatini? How many people live there? What can you tell me about the country? I'll get some info here. I have never heard of this before, but nobody else wanted them, so they said, guess what? See you later. We're shipping you off to Eswatini. That's where you live now.
Formerly known as Swaziland, is a small landlocked kingdom in southern Africa. It has a population of around 1.2 million people. Known for its rich culture, stunning landscapes, and wildlife reserves, Eswatini celebrates traditional ceremonies, including the famous Umhlanga reed dance.
Who doesn't know the Umhlanga reed dance? I'm doing
Is that where they chop off your genitals?
You take the reeds, you do the Umlanga redance. Welcome to Eswatini. And
I had no idea Swaziland converted.
I didn't either.
If you're a good swimmer, you can swim your way to Madagascar. That seems to be it's very close to the coast.
I thought you were going in a completely different direction, Sabrina, because Eswatini, before I knew that it was formerly Swaziland, sounds like one of those countries that you can go to and pay a fee to be put on their Olympic team. So I thought you were saying, like, if you're a good swimmer and you have $10,000, Eswatini happily welcomes you to represent the Republic of Eswatini in the Olympic Games. And, maybe you'll get a gold medal. Maybe not. Probably not.
And now what happens to them at Eswatini? Do they go to jail there? Does MAGA not care? I don't care. I don't care. If you're an illegal immigrant in this country and you did what they did, the story I saw earlier was like rape charges, all of the worst crimes you could ever imagine. There's a reason why their countries didn't want to take them back. You know what I mean? So are we supposed to feel bad about all of these people? Are we supposed to be like, no, but the rule of law? Like, okay, good luck. Miss me with that on some of these folks. I don't care quite as much as you might. But we'll see how it all goes. Send us your dispatches. Right now, let's hear from the garbage men and women, because there's been some women who have popped out with the trash juice for us. Anonymous, emails, tips@thenewsjunkie.com. In my job, they say, and we were talking about this because there's a potential nationwide garbage strike, or at least regional garbage strikes have happened. People have been left with their trash out on the road, and the garbage people are like, we deserve more. We deserve to be treated better. Our insurance sucks. They're complaining about these things. They want a little bit more. So I wanted some more details from the garbage world. In my job, says Anonymous, I have access to the Dictionary of Occupational Titles. The job of garbage collector is considered an unskilled job. Takes less than 30 days to learn it and can pay crappy because it's mentally easier. The job of garbage collector driver is considered semi-skilled. It takes 30 to 90 days to learn and pays a little bit more and requires some skill and logic. The way an unskilled job is paid in the national economy does not take into account the exertional level. I didn't say it was fair, emoji response. I think that in some cases, the lower rung jobs that are unskilled should pay more than many, 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 many skilled jobs. And that should be in concurrence with the amount of gross, don't want to do, and otherwise stay away from me things that people have to do.
Who's to say that the skill of just mentally going through that every single day, 7 days a week, 5 maybe?
I don't want to do it.
That's a skill in and of itself.
So no for me. Have you seen, here's an example. Have you seen the video of that guy with all the roaches in him as he's working like in the sewers?
No, in him. What do you mean in him?
On him, I guess. Roaches. I don't know if I could find this. There's this video that goes around all the time with memes. Oh my God. See, you can find all these reasons why you don't necessarily.
It's full of bats.
All right. Here's a reason why I don't want to go below the street. She's like, it's full of bats.
That's a lot of bats, man.
That's so many bats.
Inside
Why
the
did she
manhole.
lift that up?
I don't know.
While she's on a run.
Is she going to curse?
It's full of bats.
It's full of bats. She says.
That's so many bats.
That's not even what I was talking about. Let me see if I can find the other one. It was some guy working below the sewer line. Oh, here it is. This is what I'm talking about. All right.
Ew.
I mean,
no.
Is this a low skill job? Yeah.
Oh my God, it's so
Probably
gross.
a low skill job. He's
that might be the
spraying
grossest thing I've ever seen.
a pressure cleaner, and he's underneath the ground, and he's underneath the manhole.
Oh, it's so close to his ears.
This is nightmare fuel.
I would be wearing that bee suit. Why are you just going in with Oakleys on your forehead, sir?
So, low skill? Maybe. But does this guy deserve more money?
Yeah.
Yes! Yes!
And a
Some
bath.
low-skill jobs don't. Like, I'm sorry, McDonald's drive-through person who constantly have as advocates saying you deserve $30 to $40 an hour. You don't.
Also,
it should be a job for kids. This is not.
Also, like, risk is a factor, and there's probably some things that could go wrong with what this dude is doing here, especially health-wise.
Yeah, it's gross.
And then, stuff like the people that make the big bucks, the ones that climb I think the higher on a ladder you climb, the more money you should be making. Because
it's dangerous.
My mom was saying, she's like, I looked out the window and this guy, he was fixing a thing, and he had climbed up all this ladder all the way up there just by himself. And I was like, guy probably made $2,000.
He should. I think in our industry, you know who makes a lot of money? The people who climb up the towers and replace the light bulbs on top. I think they make a lot of money.
And you know who those people work for? Not iHeartRadio.
True.
iHeartRadio does not have those people on staff. iHeartRadio hires that work out.
Ooh, but how cool would that radio show be? Talking to you from however many thousands of feet up in the air. I would throw
There
up.
was a movie about two girls on a radio tower one time. Could not watch it.
Oh, same with the movie about the two girls in the cup.
Yeah, same.
Yes. I think it was worse than the two girls in the cup, if I'm honest. All right? I think it was worse.
What if they were on a tower?
Two girls, one cup, one tower. I ain't watching it. I'll take all the other
I ain't standing
videos
at the
over
bottom of that tower either. Well, one of our engineers was telling me like one of those back in the day stories. When we had when the department was X big, and it was all this and that. He was like, yeah, he goes, one of the only times I've been like seriously yelled at this job was because I stepped out too far onto something on the tower, and they're like, that's not your job. No, this is not stuff that, we allow our employees to do because of the risk factor that we farm that out. And,
and it's big. The risk factor is huge.
That's got to cost the big bucks.
So what I'm saying is overall, there are jobs that you might consider low skill, but I also think should come with a big payday. And it's commensurate to the amount of people who do not want to do those jobs. We should pay more money. We shouldn't, by the way, go, don't worry, the illegals will do it. No, it should be commensurate for how little desire there is to be the guy in the manhole with the roaches on top of you. That's how it should go. The marketplace should work that way. Don't fill the gap with illegal immigrants. Okay, quick break. When we come back, we'll hear from you. Tell us what you think. More in the AI world, a whole bunch more drama to serve up. Elmo has an apology, and all of that is coming up next on the News Junkie.
Real radio is the Jim Colbert Show, because therapy is expensive. The Jim Colbert Show, weekdays at 3 on Real Radio 104.1.
From the Clausman Law Traffic Center, car crash, call Clausman Law. ClausmanLaw.com.
There's a crash getting cleared up on State Road 434 eastbound at I-4. It's going to be your typical slowdowns on I-4 between the Beach Line and Osceola Parkway, the Darrell Carter Parkway interchange near...
Hey, everybody. You here?
From the traffic center in James, Birmingham.
Sweet, sweet lawn crew. Always try to make sure I'm in a commercial break if at all possible. You may hear that a little bit. F my feelings? Yeah, maybe. You can make pretty good money being an exterminator. I was covered in German roaches the other day. Yikes. That's tough. $10 an hour for the roaches? On account of the roaches getting paid or the people? Hard at work edging out there. Hard at work edging in here? Yes, but quieter. Your form of edging is much quieter. You can't do it in public, but it's much quieter. YouTube, quick check. I feel like, and I might be wrong here, so I don't want to cross any wires. I feel like we could use maybe 1 to 2 more YouTube mods. So if you're somebody who is on YouTube every single day and you're always around anyways, and you feel like you're a fair, balanced person, you'll probably need maybe approval from a existing mod or something like that. But I think we could use maybe for 1 or 2 more. I think I'm going to listen to conservative radio, much less MAGA than Sean. I have bad news for you. I'll see you when you get back here, okay? Bye for now. No more mods? Less mods. Are there? Am I missing the boat here? Are there like a lot of mods on YouTube? I know we got Tanya, who's awesome, but you know Tanya can't be there all the time. Sun State John? I don't know. He's kind of unhinged. Tanya loves timing me out. Let's be real, Biha. You probably had it coming. Tanya said she was on vacation last week. Yeah, you got to be able to take vacations, for God's sake. What we need is for people to be able to step in. It's like flying and sitting on the emergency row. All right? 1200 says, if elected a mod, I'll pardon all banned users. Give us Barabbas. Give us Barabbas. Attica. All right, we're coming back in 1 minute. Yeah.
And get right back to more of this. At eBay, you'll find all the parts you need, guaranteed to fit, at prices you'll love. Sounds good, doesn't it? eBay, things people love. Eligible items only. Exclusions apply.
I can't think about my Uncle Chris without thinking about the craziest night of my life. The Uncle Chris podcast tells the story of my Uncle Chris, a real character, a garbage truck driver from South Carolina who is now buried alongside the founding families of Panama. Wild stories about adventure, romance, crime, history, and war intertwine as I share the tall tales and hard truths that have helped me understand Uncle Chris. Listen to Uncle Chris on America's #1 podcast network, iHeart. Follow Uncle Chris and start listening on the free iHeart Radio app today.
Do you have AC needs? Turn to the experts at Carrier. Go to millsair.com.
Now is your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website. Credit. C-R-E-D-I-T. Credit. That's credit. Enter it now on our website at realradio.fm. Good luck.
He won't hesitate to call you out when you're being a little ASCII. This is the new.
And some pretty interesting info coming in. Then we'll get to some TV drama as well. Lots and lots and lots to work through here momentarily on the show. Send us a dispatch at your leisure, a video dispatch. We'd love to see your face. Record yours now over at thenewsjunkie.com. As far as AI counterparts and talking to AI companions. We talked yesterday on the show about guys who might like be interested in one of these AIs to have a silly dating relationship with that fills some sort of void in their life and like what this person is all about. And when I looked through some of the data on this, it was pretty crazy to me, especially today. This morning, Axios, a news outlet, published this info, and they said of U.S. teenagers, how many U.S. teenagers, what percentage of U.S. teenagers do you think are using AI for like companionship, like a pal, somebody to talk to?
Really?
What percentage of U.S. teenagers do you think is using
an anonymous
AI?
survey?
Male and female?
Yeah, it's male, female. I'll tell you more about the people involved in this, but it was over 1,000 people between 13 and 17. All right?
Damn.
1,000 people they asked, and they said, how many of you use ChatGPT, Claude, any of the different AIs, and how many of you do this even every day? How many of you use AI for companionship? And of these U.S. teenagers, how many do you think, what percentage say they use AI as a friend, to be a pal?
32.
32% of U.S. teens. What do you think,
popped
Celia?
out.
33.
Okay.
No. 72% of teenagers
points
in the
take
United
it.
States of
For
America,
companionship.
72% have used AI for companionship. 52% use AI for companionship regularly. So they do this. Boys were slightly more likely to say they had never used an AI companion than girls. So there is 31% of boys that said I've never used an AI companion. Only 25% of girls said they hadn't used it. Let me see. I'm in the actual data here. For social interaction and relationships, 33% of people said they've used AI, these teenagers, for conversation or social practice. This is exactly what we talked about in the show yesterday. Like trying to learn how to talk to people in real life.
But
Teenagers
for
are using
practice
that.
is different than seeking that, the actual companionship, I think, right?
Well, they have different categories. So for emotional or mental health support, 12% of teenagers in the United States have said they've used AI for that. For role-playing or imaginative scenarios, 12%. As a friend or a best friend, 9% of teenagers in the U.S. have used AI for a friend or a best friend.
All right. Riddle me this, gentlemen, and those that are listening. So we talked about grown-ass men yesterday that are using this for actual companionship, right?
Mm-hmm.
Do you think that teenagers are mentally there to start that journey in their teenage years? First, they should just practice and try to make those human connections, or they start early on?
I don't understand what you're saying. What do you mean?
So teenagers that are practicing for
Okay.
social situations with real
right.
humans, I can understand that.
Okay.
We talked about adult humans that were actually just, it was no practice. They were getting that quote unquote companionship from AI.
Mm-hmm.
Now, the idea of teenagers just skipping that practice part and going right to AI to have a best friend or a girlfriend or boyfriend seems like maybe a little risky. Like you're already setting yourself up for no socialization as an adult.
Well, you mean
Is
like if
that
people
safe?
find out, like if rumors get out around school, like your best friend or girlfriend
Well,
is
you
an
don't
AI?
even have friends at that point. You're just relying on the AI.
Yeah, I mean,
as
this
a
is
teenager.
9%. Like this is 1 out of 10 of these teenagers in the United States.
Should that be allowed? Should that maybe someone come in and kind of stop that and be like, this is your time to meet some humans?
Should someone stop U.S. teenagers from fraternizing with AI? Is that what you're asking?
If you start early on, where does that leave room for you as an adult
I don't think
for
so.
that human interaction?
I think it's sad because it is sad. And I think it is indicative that we need for these like lonely folks out there, the lost people. We need more ways for them to like connect with society. But it's a non-insignificant amount of people. And
That are
of
admitting
those,
to it.
that are admitting to it in this survey that they've were asked, over 1,000 people. For romantic or flirtatious interactions, 8% of teenagers say that they're using AI for romantic or flirtatious interactions. And that could be a lot of things. I mean, I had friends growing up. I had a friend growing up who, whereas all the rest of us would be trying to get a hold of a nudie magazine, didn't matter which one it was. There were lots back then, just so you know. Every different thing you can think about, there was a magazine for it. Ladies over 50, fat broads, chicks on motorcycles, 3 people, 5 people, 7 people. All of them had their own magazines back in the day, and they weren't as polite as Playboy and some of that stuff was. Maybe there's a percentage of people like my friend when I was growing up who actually liked the letters to Penthouse. That was his thing. The text-based version was like, oh, that's what did it for him. Or there's a lot of women who like to read romance novels and things like that. Would it be out of the equation or out of the question to think that there might be some decent portion of women, especially young women, who might want like a romantic thing to play out with an AI that would be like a romantic novel for them?
I mean, some of the best fan fictions, and that is, coming from, for the most part, female perspective, they've turned into a multi-million-dollar franchise. 50 Shades of Grey. I think even Twilight was a fan fiction of, from what I understand, My Chemical Romance.
Yeah.
Now, creating those fan fictions, though, you were still getting involved with the community because it was a bunch of other human women, maybe even some men, that were responding to it, wanting to read more. Then all of a sudden you're becoming a great author. Could you skip that and just have an AI and be in your own little world? Sure.
We don't know enough about it. Yeah, like, remember how long we've had this? Like, remember how long actually on this show we've had and been able to talk about it?
I can't imagine it. I love ChatGPT for the assistance of it all. And it certainly compliments me all the time. Like, you're doing a great job. That's hilarious, girl. Here are some suggestions. It's nice to hear every once in a while from anybody.
That's why they made it so nice, by the way. People are like, well, it's too nice. It's too complimentary. That's why they made it nice. People want to be complimented.
But can you imagine being a friend with this AI?
A lot of people can. For people who said, yes, I use AI, 30% said they did because it's entertaining. 28% said it's because they're curious about the technology. 18%, it gives advice. They're always available when I need somebody to talk to. They don't judge me. 12% of teenagers said I can say things to AI that I wouldn't tell my friends or family.
Oh, that makes sense.
9% said it's easier than talking to real people.
Problematic.
It helps me practice my social skills, 7%, and it helps me feel less lonely, 6%. So, I mean, this is a big field of people talking about this, and clearly young people, teenagers, feel very different about this than a lot of older people, and they're okay with talking to an AI, and they're okay with like even being emotional and learning all these things. One thing that I saw in the data that was kind of sad was there's a small portion of both men and women, young girls, teenage girls and teenage boys who were being bullied or in a situation where there was a fight facing them and they didn't have a parent that they could talk to be like, somebody's bullying me at school. What do I do? So they're sitting there talking to ChatGPT and saying like, hey,
can you be
what do
my
I
dad?
do? How do I stand up for myself? What do I do here?
Weird.
That's pretty wild to think about. So let us know what you think and update on the discussion there yesterday on the show. Over to, oh no, is somebody now sending in?
What happened?
Christ, why are there so many of these?
What happened?
C-Lane, when did somebody send in the yearbook photos of you, a listener? Was that yesterday?
I think it was 2 days ago.
2 days ago? This is from somebody. They don't say they want to be anonymous, so it just says Megan is her name. And she says, here's some photos of Sean from his elementary school, which is correct, H.L. Johnson Elementary School, and his middle school.
Oh, H.L.
And one of me to jog some memories, I guess, to see if I know her. Oh, look, here's that's me.
Oh, I've seen this one, I think.
That's old school. That's me. I don't know how old I am there.
Send that over.
I'm missing some teeth in that one. Here's me again.
Oh.
You've grown.
I look like...
Are you wearing an Illuminati shirt?
I think it's a Ocean Pacific shirt. I had a lot of surf and skate shirts that I wore then, even though I did not surf or skateboard.
Look at how uneven the picture versus the text.
Well, because they had to it's a screen print. They'd use a stamper.
So it's almost like they glue stuck your picture to the page and then made a bunch of photocopies.
Pretty much.
Did she blot out my teeth in all of these photographs? Did you not like me?
Who? What do you mean
person
blot
who sent
out
these
your
over.
teeth?
Looks like my teeth are blackened in this photograph.
Are you sure you had them?
Yes, of course. No, I never had teeth in any of these pictures. Hang on, I'm going to examine.
It's so annoying when you can't open image a new tab. Now it makes you download it.
You see how it looks like my teeth have been removed?
It looks like you didn't have teeth, bro.
From this, I assure you, I had teeth. Maybe I lost some at some point in time.
Also, very interesting background the photographer chose. Let's put mesh and a tiny bit of plant.
Yeah, it's not great. All right, let's see what else. Here's when I started to get a little bit older. This must have been middle school.
Do you know who this person is?
They sent a photo along with these, so it would
But they've
jog
known
my
you
memory.
for many years, it seems.
Here is the person who sent it, Megan. I don't recognize Megan, but this would be from a very long time ago. But
That
thank you,
name
Megan.
looks familiar.
Thank you for the photographs of me as a young tyke here.
Warthog.
Middle and elementary school. Yikes. There you go. All right, folks. We're going to take a quick break. When
Sabrina,
we come
you're
back,
next.
Yeah.
Right.
Let's go, people. I know there's one person I went to high school with that listens.
The week cleanup continues. Now we need middle school, elementary school preferred photographs of
I was
Sabrina
K
and her
through 8,
yearbook.
baby.
Yeah, somewhere in there. That would be useful. Please send it over tips@thenewsjunkie.com. Okay, when we come back, jury duty is on the way. We got to get to this reality drama that I think is interesting. We'll get into that. More Trump clips as we talk about everything happening with the Epstein fallout and a whole bunch more on a Wednesday. That's coming up next on the News Junkie.
Real Radio is on Facebook at Real Radio 1041. Sponsored by the law offices of Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
This is Chris Broussard. Here's what's trending from the iHeart Sports Network.
Presented by DraftKings.
The Magic fell to the Thunder at the Vegas Summer League. Ethan Thompson leading the Magic in the loss with 16. Soccer tonight. Orlando City back at it with a midweek match hosting New York City FC. The All-Star game was even after 9 innings, but the National League won it, taking the first ever tie-breaking swing-off. The Phillies' Kyle Schwarber with 3 homers in the tiebreaker, named the MVP. The Marlins' Kyle Stowers was in the swing-off and also homered for the NL. I'm Matt McCoy.
DraftKings is all about responsible gaming. It's more fun when it's for fun. So play responsibly. DraftKings, the crown is yours. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. 21 or older. Age and eligibility vary by jurisdiction.
Going to nursing school can change your life, but that doesn't mean it's easy. You have commitments, family, a job. At Galen College of Nursing, we understand that, which is why we provide one-to-one tutoring support and assigned academic advisors who will work with you to keep you on track from day one. You can change the course of your life and the lives of people counting on you. Because we believe the better we care for nursing students now, the brighter the future of nursing will be. Galen, the now approach to nursing education. Join us at galencollege.edu.
If you're the victim of a car crash, never rush to settle with the insurance companies and never settle for just any attorney. Demand Anajar and Levine. Call 1-800-747-FREE for a free consultation and take back control of your life.
In Office Orlando.
Looking to save some? Then contact Eustace Roofing. Right now they are offering 10% off new roof installations now until July 31st. Invest in your home's future and get a free estimate at eustaceroofing.com.
Are you all worked up and working too much? You know what y'all need? Y'all need to chill out. Y'all need to have fun. Y'all need some adventure. Why, y'all need Gatorland. How do we know? Ain't no one got more animals, more...
Hey. Chat, question for you. You know what's coming, right? You know what's coming. We've been talking about trash men, garbage men, the garbage juice. What is, and not that one, what is a song that we can end on? What can I end on in Today I Learned that will embrace that vibe? a Trash Man song. Yo, Darren. Yo. Teenage Dirtbag. Not bad. Surfing Bird?
It's hurricane season, and I gotta tell you what, man, Solar Source helped me so much. If you were stuck last year.
Any Song by Garbage. Okay. All right, that's all right.
Absolutely awesome. You should check it out. Go to solarsource.com.
Somebody said Any Song by Garbage.
That's solarsource.com/sponsors for more.
I feel like we did Garbage recently.
Yeah, I think we did. It only happened when it rains or something. Damn it! Skip that, folks.
They've been in business for 40 years. They've served over.
Garbage ain't gonna cut it, but good suggestion.
And there's some great company to work with.
Trash by the New York Dolls. You know, people gotta know what this song is, man. People aren't gonna know that. I know who the New York Dolls are. They don't. Trash Day by Weird Al.
$50 at the Carla K Cancer Screening Fund, which is very close to my heart. Great people at Solar Source. It's solarsource.com/sponsors.
The Wolf Tones, Black and Tan. I feel like you just suggest that every day. I feel like every day you're like, the Wolf Tones, Black and Tan. The Wolf Tones, Black and Tan. Okay, who's the New York Dolls, Sean? It's a New York punk band that I believe was founded in the 1970s. Once fronted by Iggy Pop, I think, right? I think. I Love Trash by Oscar the Grouch. It's already been floated. C-Lane was trying to think of some suggestions, and he floated the potential of Oscar the Grouch's song. Fine, but Iggy Pop didn't front them? Did Iggy Pop just come up at the same time as New York Dolls? I thought he was in that band, but he's not? He wasn't? I stand corrected if that's the case. A lot of suggestions for Oscar the Grouch, I Love Trash. I'll put it on the list, maybe. I mean, it would be a pretty hilarious vibe to end on. Oscar the Grouch, I Love Trash. The Ramones are superior? The Ramones are, I don't know, somehow both underrated and overrated at the same time. Okay, we're coming back.
All right, I got some ideas.
Lots of people have said Oscar the Grouch, I Love Trash, so I at least wrote it down.
That is a solid option just because it's funny.
Okay.
There's also Trash Day by Weird Al Yankovic, which is a parody of Hot in Here by Nelly.
I mean, that sounds pretty good. Weird Al Trash Day. And that probably makes more sense to go out on than like Oscar the Grouch singing about trash, I think. The vibes might be weird on the Oscar one.
That's why it's funny.
That's true. Is it a fun little tune?
Yeah. Lifelock monitors about how much he loves trash.
Damn it, man.
Did
It's
Courtney
tempting.
just leave the house?
No, I don't think so. Why?
Did she just open or shut the front door?
No.
The wide camera just shook.
Oh. Well, I don't know what that was. Yeah. Weird.
But only one app gives you the live radio experience. It's radio your way. Anytime, anywhere. Join the millions already listening. The free iHeartRadio app. The #1 app for radio.
It's cake batter. It's cookie dough. It's the new Superman Cake Batter Cookie Dough Blizzard Treat. Now at participating DQ locations for a limited time. Fly in today for this cosmic collision of flavor. And don't miss Superman in theaters now. DQ. Happy tastes good.
This earful of Real Radio is brought to you by crimeline.org. Give a tip anonymously.
Preparing you for the impending robot uprising. This is the news.
We give it to you raw when other people just refuse to give it to you raw.
We're going to dog it so hard.
We're going to take it to the streets in a moment. Join the show with your dispatches, video dispatches, audio dispatches. You can get in on the submission movement over at thenewsjunkie.com. Let's take it to the streets. My friends over at Sesame Street have responded to Elmo going a little anti-Semitic nutso.
Not so sunny days, I hear.
They are responding to Elmo's postings.
I want to first note their response is in lime green background with white font color, which makes it nearly impossible to read unless.
It's a bit Sesame Streety, but I'll bring it a bit up for you here. This says, from the Sesame Workshop, on Sunday, Elmo's X account was briefly hacked by an outside party. In spite of the security measures in place, even though they had security measures, still Elmo's X account got hacked. I would look internally, Sesame Street people. Oscar the Grouch, he's got plenty of axes to grind, that guy.
I feel like it's those two old guys. Never mind, that's the Muppets.
Oh no, yeah, they're in the Muppets world.
My bad.
There may be some crossover, but Elmo's X account was hacked. Of course, there was some pretty anti-Jew stuff. It was not fond of the Jews. Are there any Jews on Sesame Street? I'm going to ask. I'm going to ask AI. Hang on, TNJ AI. Are there any Jews on Sesame Street? Are there any Jews living on Sesame Street? There must be a Jew, right? Or do they not talk about religion at all? Two? Just like numbers wise, one would think that there would be some notable Jews.
There have been Jewish characters on Sesame Street, like the Muppet character Shalom Sesame. The show's creators celebrate diverse cultures, including Jewish traditions and holidays, fostering inclusivity for all audiences.
That ain't real. Shalom Sesame?
They didn't even care about creativity. They're like, if he's a Jew, just put Shalom in his name.
I'm going to tell you, I'm not here to point fingers, but I feel like Shalom Sesame might have been the person behind this. I don't know. Who was the
Shalom
person
Sesame is not a character. It's the Israeli version of Sesame Street, I think.
Oh, is it? Okay. Well, that made it sound different. That said, it just said like the Muppet character Shalom Sesame.
That's one of those, what do they call that?
It's like a spin-off?
No. When the AI gets stuff a little...
Oh, it's a hallucination?
Hallucination.
TNJ AI, that was a hallucination. There has never been anything there's no character called Shalom Sesame. So get it right or pay the price. Are there any characters that we know are Jews? Have we identified any Jews on Sesame Street that are living on or around or near it? Look into Bert, look into Ernie, look into the Count. You know what I mean? Look into those people.
Ernie sounds a little
The
Jewish.
way you're asking this question seems very sus.
Yeah, that's not going to be your
what
best
does that
friend.
mean? What's wrong with the way
You're not going to create a best friend relationship with your AI like all the teens are doing now.
On Sesame Street, characters like Bert and Ernie don't have explicitly defined religions, but they've become beloved icons for many.
All right.
The show celebrates diversity without focusing on specific religious identities.
Boom.
It's about inclusivity and kindness.
Oh, okay. So no Jews is what they're saying.
Unlike what you're showing to me, Sean.
No Jews on Sesame Street. And maybe that's by design. Maybe old Elmo is like, you damn right. We got no Jews here. This is how I want it to be. They continue. We strongly condemn the abhorrent anti-Semitic and racist content. And the account has since been secured. This is because of Elmo's rant on X/Twitter. These posts in no way reflect the values of Sesame Workshop or Sesame Street, and no one at the organization was involved.
Interesting. Do you notice anything about this message?
It doesn't reflect the values of Sesame Workshop or Sesame Street. Nobody at the organization was
specifically
involved.
The things that were condemned.
We strongly condemn the anti-Semitic and racist content.
Okay.
No, what am I missing here?
The stuff posted by alleged Elmo.
Oh, was there any racist content in there?
No. It wasn't just anti-Semitic or racist.
What else was it?
There was also calling Donald Trump a child effer.
Oh.
And they did not condemn that.
Oh.
Sesame Street. What's going on? A bunch of left-wing little characters over there.
Well, they
Big
want
Bird?
their funding back, maybe.
Big Bird's MAGA. I can tell. Big Bird's MAGA from a distance. Oscar the Grouch is 1,000,000,000% MAGA.
Oh, there's
Bert
some
and Ernie
representation. Definitely gay.
But Bert and Ernie are definitely like
But there's gay MAGAs.
They go to all the protests. Bert and Ernie, like they go to the weekend protests and they got their
They're
sign.
homebodies. I feel like there's the other outside characters that we never hear from until it comes to something political like this.
Yeah,
like the
Kermit's
Grover.
Muppets too. Grover, also Muppets. They're the same? Are they not?
Well, it's Jim Henson.
They're all Muppets, but some of them are on Sesame Street and some of them aren't. Grover's on Sesame Street.
Right.
Yeah. Kermit's on Sesame Street. Didn't we already go over this? Kermit the Frog, Rainbow Connection.
Miss Piggy's MAGA for sure.
Miss Piggy's 100% MAGA, no doubt. And I dig her for that. I think she's the truest and realest one, even more so than Oscar the Grouch on Sesame Street. A lot of them are like really living in a phony world. So many of them. And especially the adults. The adults on Sesame Street are living on another planet, honest to God. Do let us know how you feel about this. I know you have vibes and feelings. And we also have to get to jury duty, which I didn't even work in this segment because we were getting to Sesame Street. Although a lot of people, because of the trash juice that we've been spilling here today, have recommended a banger jam by Oscar the Grouch. Can I hear that for a second? Can I hear is it called the Trash song?
No, it's I Love Trash.
I Love Trash by Oscar the Grouch. That might be our anthem for today. If it's good. I don't know if it's catchy or does he suck at singing.
He's Oscar the Grouch. Of course he sucks at singing a little bit.
Let me see. Got this reality story to talk about. Still got more on the Epstein front. Medical marijuana users. You could lose your medical marijuana card for this reason.
Man.
For this reason, a big change could lead you to losing your medical marijuana card. What is it that could cause that to be stripped away? It's coming up next on the News Junkie.
Make Real Radio 104.1 number one on your presets on our all-new iHeartRadio app and get cool stuff at Real Radio events. Get the app for free in your app store.
Crews are still on the roadways on I-95 northbound and southbound near Maytown Road underpass. Expect intermediate lane closures in that area. There's a crash getting cleared up on State Road 434 near I-4. Look out for an accident on Lake Mary Boulevard near International Drive. There's a disabled truck off to the shoulder on I-4 eastbound heading over St. John's River Bridge there. See traffic troubles? Call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Wendy's new Takis Fuego meal. Wendy's new Takis Fuego meal is here with a Takis Fuego chicken sandwich and small Fuego fries inspired by Takis Fuego chips with a 1-ounce Takis Fuego bag and a drink. Grab yours today. Limited time only at participating U.S. Wendy's while supplies last. Takis and Fuego are used under license.
This earful of Real Radio is brought to you by JustCallMo.com. Injured on the go? JustCallMo.com.
Imagine yourself winning $1,000 this summer. Would you do a beach weekend? Upgrade your phone? Commission a custom portrait of yourself. Hey, we're not here to judge. We are here to give you that chance to get $1,000 in your hand. 13 times each weekday. Hear keyword, enter website, answer phone. We are the best at this, and you are in the right place. Real Radio 104.1. This national contest sponsored locally by Mills Air.
Mills Air, been in business since 1992. That's over 30 years. Carrier factory authorized dealer. Rebates up to $1,275 for brand new Carrier units. Turn to the experts. Carrier. And you can always turn to the experts at millsair.com.
Score limited time savings on your favorite snacks and drinks at Wawa. Whether you're craving a refreshing drink or a tasty treat, Wawa has you covered. Enjoy exclusive deals in-store or on the Wawa app, making it easier than ever to fuel your day without breaking the bank. Don't miss out on summer savings, perfect for road trips, beach days, or backyard hangs. Savor a summer of savings. gotta have a Wawa.
In a market full of noise, trust the Nickley Group to give you straight answers and smart real estate advice. The Nickley Group, Orlando's home team. Thinking of buying or selling a home quickly? Just call Nickley and tell them Jim Colbert told you to call. Nobody does guaranteed cash offer on your home better than the Nickley Group. Get your own team of local experts. Secure more money twice as fast. Real experts that get real results. The Nickley Group with Keller Williams Realty. Visit thenickley.com.
It's the Freedom Sale at Green.
I feel good.
Listen, if you have low T, you can start for free now with Red Mountain Weight Loss. For a limited time, they're going to waive the startup fee. How cool is that? Listen, you'll gain muscle, lose fat, and
Chat.
dad bod with testosterone from Red Mountain Weight Loss.
A contestant on the television show Big Brother is now under fire for using the word retarded and being caught on the live streams using the word retarded. What is the correct punishment for this person? And why is it obviously excommunication from all of polite society forever and ever? Amen. That's how we handle it. Serious stuff. I love when they show this stuff and they're like, the guy from Big Brother said retarded. And then afterwards corrected himself. And then afterwards the person he was talking to was like, yeah, you probably shouldn't say that. And then we moved on. And still there's like drool coming from the mouth of people who are like, not those people. From the mouth of people who are like, no, this is not enough. They need to be booted from the show. They need to be unceremoniously shot into the sun. Unbelievable. Watching The Office last night, when Michael says retarded, they bleeped it out. There's a lot of shows that they have done that afterwards because some dipshit gets control of the streaming company and is like, these are the actual social rules we want to employ in censoring all this content, when no one cares. Most people do not care about this at all. That term should only be used when talking about ignition timing on a car. I don't know. I would just call my car retarded generally, too.
I'm so glad I did. Visit NoTimeToWait.com, sponsored by Bristol Myers Squibb and Pfizer.
Going to nursing school can change your life, but that doesn't mean it's easy. You have commitments, family, a job. At Galen College of Nursing...
We should be canceling the people trying to cancel people for using legitimate words that are perfectly descriptive? Well, I mean, from your mouth to God's ears. There's a machine called a retarder? Yes! I was built to operate that. That is my destined, ordained job. Please do.
At galencollege.edu.
Score limited time savings on your favorite snacks and drinks at Wawa. Whether you're craving a refreshing drink or a tasty treat, Wawa has you covered. Enjoy exclusive deals in-store or on the Wawa app, making it easier than ever to fuel your day without breaking the bank. Don't miss out on summer savings, perfect for road trips, beach days, or backyard hangs. Savor a summer of savings. Gotta have a Wawa.
Live from the JustCallMo.com studios. Got questions after an accident? Just call Mo. Visit JustCallMo.com or dial 1-800-CALL-MO. This is WTKS-FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. An iHeart radio station. Make us the #1 preset on your car radio and on the free new and improved iHeart Radio app. Listen for all your music, radio, and podcasts. Free never sounded so good.
Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website, bank, B-A-N-K, bank. Enter it now on our website, realradio.fm. Good luck.
High diving face first into the world's most viral newsroom.
You've been demanding it. Sean, how could you do this to us? Well, the payoff is on the way, and there's some interesting stories along the way, including how you could potentially lose your medical marijuana card. You don't want that. My God, how are you going to have fun and sleep and do all the things that you need the marijuana's for? It's a tough time. I'll tell you what's going on there in just a moment. Tips at thenewsjunkie.com. You can join us whenever you'd like with an email. It's super easy to do, and I'll get to some of those in a moment. One is with a little bit more on the trash juice front, saying this person doesn't want to be anonymous. Baba says, the police are like your neighborhood garbage man. The police deal with the trash in the city. So I'm wondering if that person is suggesting that the police should make more than the garbage man. Because I said I'm behind the garbage man wanting a raise here, especially the ones on the back of the truck, the ones doing the hardest grunt work. Those people deserve a little bit more. It's a job we don't want to do. And why not pay a little bit more for that? Another email coming in. Alicia says, hi, Sean. Hey, C-Lane. Hey, Sabrina. I was wondering if you guys seen this video of an attempted kidnapping in St. Augustine. It's truly terrifying.
Is it the 11-year-old?
Love the show. I don't know if this is an 11-year-old. I can. Oh, wow.
Yeah. Tonight, on the 10 o'clock news, these terrifying moments caught on surveillance video. An attempted kidnapping after a robbery in St. Johns County.
All right, so this is after a robbery, apparently like a vape store or something. They tried to kidnap the woman?
This is a forcible felony. This is a kidnapping in progress. And it is safe to assume that her life is in immediate jeopardy.
I guess you could say that.
That attempted abduction happened 2 weeks ago at a shopping plaza off State Road 206 in St. Augustine.
The St. Johns County Sheriff's Office just released that surveillance video this afternoon. News4Jax reporter Eric Avenier joins us live in St. Augustine tonight from outside the business where the attack happened.
I just want to see why this person tried to take the woman from the vape store. Did they know who this person was? Or, I mean, I'm a little worried. My son works at a vape store. I don't want him getting taken from this place, abducted. I don't want that happening.
Just hit him over the head with a bong. I mean,
what was the reasoning? Why would this person try to take this woman?
Well, investigators say it all started as a robbery inside this smoke shop that transitioned into an attempted kidnapping of the store clerk. Now, they say that she fought back and she screamed, and according to our crime and safety analyst, that may have been what saved her life.
Good for you.
An attempted kidnapping caught on video.
He's got her by the throat. He's trying to put her into his Toyota truck. He's got a Tacoma.
Daylight.
And broad daylight. I could see the time. This was on 6/29/2025, which was a Sunday, and it is 2:31 p.m. All right, so middle of the day, broad daylight.
The victim is a store employee.
Yikes.
Her alleged kidnapper is identified by law enforcement as 31-year-old Theodore Tuntendorf, an unhoused man who, according to investigators, stole this pickup truck from Jacksonville and drove to St. Johns County. While in St. Johns County, investigators say Tuntendorf drove to a Walmart and went on a stealing spree.
You know what, though? You did right by him, Channel 4. You called him unhoused instead of a hobo. And so you've done right by him. It's very nice of you to protect this guy.
Yeah, he deserves the respect, clearly.
Yeah, put some respect on this guy's name.
Well, he's not on card. He did steal it.
He stole a truck and drove to St. Johns County, and then he went on a stealing spree at Walmart, and then he tried to steal a woman from a vape store. So no biggie, we'll call him the nice words.
For leaving the store. Investigators say later that day, Tudendorf drove to this smoke shop off State Road 206, went inside, walked behind the counter, and started grabbing $270 worth of cigarettes and vapes before attempting to leave without paying for it.
Yeah,
Investigators say the clerk attempted to block the front door to prevent Tudendorf from leaving when he grabbed her by the neck and shoulder and forced her outside into the parking lot, where a surveillance camera recorded him attempting to kidnap her by forcing her into the stolen truck. Kelly Eason witnessed the attempted kidnapping and called 911.
Good. For so many reasons, good. And one thing that's so important, when people will tell you a million different things, the most important thing in the world, if something like this is happening to you, make as much of a commotion as you can.
Without a doubt. I mean, it's also, this guy just went, I'm going to do all the crimes today. And one day, not just steal the car and rob a place, but try to kidnap a woman.
It's clearly
what's happening.
Some sort of mental illness at play in this guy, I would guess.
Speaking
I don't know.
Of mentally ill, I sent you the story of who I thought you were talking about. And this is probably good, PSA style news, because the mugshot of this terrifying man.
All right.
He is.
Thank you for the email, by the way, Alicia. Yes, I did see this.
Apparently, it's going to be set free.
Yeah, I saw that this guy who tried to kidnap a kid from a school, he was deemed mentally unfit to stand trial or something. That mugshot is whoa.
I mean, that's out of a movie.
Did he paint his face white or something? He's got white on his face. It's a black dude, Solomon Galligan, a black dude who painted his face white, I think. Let me see what they say in Channel 11 story about this.
Police say a registered sex offender was arrested after allegedly...
Whoa. Is he unhoused or not? That's the most important part. And I want that addressed in this story.
Trying to kidnap a child at a Colorado school. Aurora police say 33-year-old Solomon Galligan reportedly walked onto school property at Forest Hills Elementary in Aurora Friday afternoon. According to our sister station, officials say he allegedly approached several kids during recess and tried to grab a boy before leaving the area. He was arrested, is now facing attempted kidnapping. He'll be in court today.
All right, so I guess when he went to court, they go, nope, this guy is not mentally fit to represent himself. And I know there was a lot of outrage after that. I believe, and I could be wrong, please correct me if I'm wrong on this. I believe they said he was mentally unfit to stand trial, because you could just look at him and see he's mentally unfit to stand trial, and that he was going to be going to some sort of mental health inpatient facility.
Yeah,
so,
good.
They're sending him to like a, asylum light.
Forever?
I don't know how long. I mean, I literally think that this is what needs to be more robust in this country. It's these people right here. How do we forcibly get them treatment? How do we put this person so they can't harm anybody else because they're out there running roughshod on society? This is the issue. You see this so often. Like, these are real world issues that most people do care about. People care about fixing these things as best we can to improve lives for the most amount of people. Not stuff like this, where the television show Big Brother is now dealing with some controversy. Isaiah Frederick, or Zay, on the new season of Big Brother, has shocked fans. He was playing chess with a fellow contestant, Keanu Soto, which... kind of a cool name there, Keanu. Keanu and Zay were playing chess when Zay blurted out all of a sudden on the live feeds, "OS, I'm an effing retard." Realizing what he said, Zay then backtracked and said, "Damn, I shouldn't say that word." Keanu replied, "No, you shouldn't." And then they started talking about, the word, and he says, "This is one of the ones I was working on not saying." Keanu said, "I think you're good. You're lucky it's late. Maybe people aren't watching online."
Au contraire.
That has never been a thing on Big Brother.
There's always like some people watching. There's always somebody watching. And now they're like, they should can him. They should get him off there. I have consulted with the blacks. That's the thing you do at this point in time. You consult with the blacks.
Boy.
And you have to reclaim the word. This is what I've learned today. You have to reclaim the word. So I'm a retard, you're a retard. If you do that enough, you will fully reclaim it, and then you have no more problem.
Like they did on Fox News with Nazi.
That's right. Yeah. And the start of the show, if you missed this. But when I see stories like this, I'm like, oh, so you mean a person said something, self-corrected, the other person with them socially corrected them, if that is even to be the case, and then what do you want? Throw them off a hill? What do you want? What's the correct thing here? Make him never employable again? Do we take away his house?
Do they have a job if you're signing up for Big Brother?
A lot of them don't, because it's like almost 3 months sometimes, right. Or it depends on how long they end up staying there. But it's like, come on, get real, people. We're beyond this. We have bigger problems, bigger fish to fry. All right. And I don't know if this is going to do anything to change the world, but they're going to give it a shot. What else do we have here? Oh, let's get to jury duty, because we haven't done that. Now's the time. Here goes nothing. Let's do jury duty.
Court is now in session, so put your phone down and pay attention before we call the bailiff over to whip your ass. You're now on jury duty with the News Junkie.
Jury duty brought to you by the one, the only, Mo DeWitt of the DeWitt Law Firm. Injured on the go? Just call Mo. He's the guy. And if you get into an accident, there's a lot of attorneys out there. They're always trying to get your attention. What you need is an attorney that is going to listen to you, hear you out, and then fight for you. Don't just make a deal real quick with the insurance companies, because trust me, they'll give you more when you lawyer up. 800-CALL-MO, 800-CALL-MO, or justcallmo.com. Here's what we got in jury duty today. Florida has matched a modern era record. Take that, New York. A modern era record for Florida for executions. Michael Bell was put to death by lethal injection last night for the 1993 murders of 2 people outside a Jacksonville bar.
Fatality.
Bell, 54 years old, was pronounced dead at 6:25 p.m. at Florida State Prison, becoming the 8th inmate executed this year in the state. That matched the 8 executions carried out in 1984 and 2014.
We number 1?
That is the most since the death penalty was reinstated in 1976.
Nice.
For 4 years, since 72 to 76, the U.S. Supreme Court halted executions. Then they brought it back to the states. This guy has us at a banner year, I guess. It just seems like amateur numbers to me, but 8 is the record, at least right now, since 2014. He was rejected in his last-ditch appeals by the Supreme Court. He was sentenced to death for using an AK-47 to murder Jimmy West and Tamika Smith as they got into a car outside a bar in 1993. Here's what he said. His final words are kind of surprising. I'll be honest with you. This man, as they executed him, said, "Thank you."
That's it.
He said, "Thank you for not letting me spend the rest of my life in prison."
Thank you.
He said, "Thank you." And then, the juice is loose, and they hit him with the stuff. But he said, "Thank you. Thank you." He said, "I didn't want to spend the rest of my life in prison," which is this a trick to make you think, well, maybe we should make them all spend the rest of their lives in prison, which is what I think should happen. It's what I think is a worse thing. But I don't know. That's what he said on the way out. Thank you. What are your thoughts on that? Hit us up. Go to thenewsjunkie.com. Send us a dispatch right now. Finally, you could be losing your medical marijuana card. Now, did a lot of people vote for this to be something that maybe even should be enshrined in the Constitution of the state? Perhaps. But nearly 1 million people in Florida who have prescriptions to buy medical marijuana may be at risk of losing their medical marijuana cards. A new law, SB 2514, went into effect that will suspend the registration of a qualified patient who is charged with a violation, somebody who enters certain pleas or is found guilty of certain drug offenses. So if you're doing the drugs and you get caught, you could lose your medical marijuana card. It could be removed from you.
Bigger drugs is very sad.
Bigger drugs, yeah. If you're doing drugs or like getting involved in drug-related stuff.
Is there a marijuana-related offense that could trigger this?
This doesn't say. Look at the law, if you don't mind. SB 2514. I hate to send you on that mission. Sounds a little boring, but maybe it'll be useful for us.
Read it.
Yeah, have the AI gobble that up and see what the result is. Tell me when you get that. Meanwhile, last little piece of effort here for you, talking about all the immigration stuff today. And this is just undoubtedly true. A lot of people don't want to admit that this is the case. This is not from some partisan outlet. Axios usually leans left of center. But in this case, they say illegal border crossings have hit a decades low under the Trump crackdown. They're saying in June, the nation's borders, illegal crossings dropped to the lowest level ever recorded.
Thank you.
There were 25,000 total encounters at borders nationwide. And there was one day where there was a June 28th, there was only 136 apprehensions at the border, which is the lowest recorded single day ever for the Border Patrol. So it says, nobody knows precisely why migrant traffic along the U.S.-Mexico border has fallen so much. I mean, come on. Of course you know. Of course you know, because illegal immigrants are being rounded up in the country, and there's places like Alligator, Alcatraz. There's threats. They see that there's an administration that is not taking kindly to people who are coming in the country illegally. There's not people who are welcoming of caravans that are headed to the border, saying that you could claim asylum. Nobody knows precisely why. Come on. It says, but immigration experts tell Axios it's likely because migrants and smuggling networks are waiting to see how Trump's enforcement actions play out. Nothing better could happen than for these coyotes and these other cartel smuggling operations to realize you can't just charge people who are desperate, say that you're going to bring them into this country, bring them in illegally, and then we just have to deal with the rest. So to me, that's what's happened at these borders, but we'll see what you think about it, along with everything else. We still got some more time. Not a lot, but a little bit for you. And a little bit is enough sometimes. Let us know your thoughts at thenewsjunkie.com. We'll get into the swollen ankles. Are they mine? Maybe. We'll find out. We'll get into that. We're going to find out what's happening. And we'll get into a bunch of feedback because I've put this on the back burner. Now it comes to the front burner. Your feedback is coming up next on the News Junkie.
Real Radio is on Instagram at Real Radio 1041. Sponsored by the law offices of Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733. From the Clausman Law Traffic Center, car crash, call Clausman Law. ClausmanLaw.com.
Hey.
Road underpass. Keep an eye out for emergency crews off to the shoulder there. See traffic troubles, call the Valvoline.
Gotta queue up this Sesame Street song.
Tip line at 866-676-8477. From the traffic center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Wisconsin University.
What a banger. Absolute banger territory. Okay. Go Birds! Buzz says the only good thing about the dollar collapsing is the price of silver has gone up. Thank God. Thank God. I've been waiting so long. That move. Did it actually move or no? I don't think it did. Okay, there we go. Hopefully we're still good. Zephyrus Biker says, dang it, we'll only hear like 5 seconds of the Sesame Street song on the YouTube feed. Damn copyright crap. It's a weird one, because technically you would be like, hey, it's PBS. Public. You can play this, but still, you can't all the time. If you say the keyboard deletes your comments? Can I change that?
I'm Dr. Damon Tanton.
Yeah, I think I can.
Biome's full body intelligence test is the new science in anti-aging.
I'll take a look at that.
Biome analyzes your biological age to see if your body is aging too rapidly. You'll learn how making simple, precise changes in certain foods and supplements can get this.
There's a wild number of stories that tend to focus on, of all things, on Trump's hands. And they tend to focus on, like, does Trump have bruising on his hands? And are his ankles swollen? Which I think is sort of a retaliatory movement to try to get the momentum that the Biden is dementia-ridden movement got. I think it's like, Trump is unhealthy, he's sick. Trump has dementia. Trump has all of these things. Which is it's kind of hard to juggle these two views of the world. If you think that Trump is sick and he has dementia, but also Trump is like the most evil, successful fascist of the last 50 years, those two don't really jibe with me. I don't think that makes a whole lot of sense. But there's been an effort to try to be like, yeah, sure, Biden maybe had dementia, but Trump is dementiaed out too. And look, his hands are sick. He's dying.
But why rush to the port when you can start your vacation early? The legendary Coco.
He's got cankles.
Pre-cruise paradise, just minutes from Port Canaveral. Stretched out on.
Again, how would we know if Trump had dementia? I mean, you can watch videos of people and see if there's a good likelihood that they have some sort of dementia, Alzheimer's, other things that would pique your interest as a citizen of the country. I mean, it's fairly easy to pick up on that. You dog-faced pony soldier. I have a weird raid to match today's unhingedness. Oh, that sounds fun. I hope you guys raid somebody fun. Poor Trump, he's such a picked on, downtrodden man. I feel for him sometimes. I mean, it comes with the job, obviously, being the president. But I think unquestionably, it is difficult in modern day being a Republican or right of center president in particular, as opposed to a left of center or Democratic politician. I think it's definitely harder. You get more criticism from the press if you're right of center. But it's kind of just the way it goes. I mean, it depends on how you feel about this. Like, if you're a Biden fan, Biden was very sensitive. Very sensitive. He was prickly when they would give him any kind of push. And the press, a lot of stuff they didn't give any push on. The guy was wilding out like Mr. Magoo for 3 years before anybody paid real attention to that. Then he dropped the ball at the debate, and they're like, hey.
That's why trust or a will is so important. Without them, your assets might go to the wrong people. Or
CJ wants Trump in jail. Good luck with that.
Expensive and often avoidable with a revocable trust. Trust and will.
Do supermods wear capes? Maybe.
A trust or will provides clarity and peace of mind. Get 20% off on your estate plan documents by visiting trustandwill.com/radio.
All right, we're coming back here.
% off on your estate plan documents by visiting trustandwill.com/radio.
I can't think about my Uncle Chris without thinking about the craziest night of my life. The Uncle Chris podcast tells the story of my Uncle Chris, a real character, a garbage truck driver from South Carolina who is now buried alongside the founding families of Panama. Wild stories about adventure, romance, crime, history, and war intertwine as I share the tall tales and hard truths that have helped me understand Uncle Chris. Listen to Uncle Chris on America's #1 podcast network, iHeart. Follow Uncle Chris and start listening on the free iHeart Radio app today.
Need more animals, more gators, and more fun? Y'all need Gatorland.
Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website, bank. B-A-N-K, bank. Enter it now on our website, realradio.fm. Good luck.
Real Radio 104.1.
Because the newspapers don't come with cliff notes or potentially offensive accents.
Most viral stories of the day. Learn more over at the website, which is easy to find. Go to thenewsjunkie.com. I want to get into swollen ankles in a moment here, but I need us to do a live fact check if you guys don't mind. Maybe you could fact check this live because this will be the determining factor as to whether or not I'll see the number one movie in the country, Superman. All right? Because the thing that I heard about Superman, I was like, are you serious? That I might not be able to get over. Is it true? I don't even know how we can verify this, but that Superman's super dog has a cape as well.
I thought we saw the clip.
Does the dog have a cape? Because that is going to be the thing I hang my hat on. If there's a super dog and the dog has a cape, I don't know if I could support this.
Just went to Google it and I got no internet. Which is pretty super indeed.
Hold on. Super dog. Is that even the name of the animal?
Well, his name is Crypto. K-R-Y-P-T-O.
Crypto? Okay, that's helpful.
How else would you identify the super dog?
Crypto.
With the cape.
Crypto. I mean, can't you just like put a collar on him or something? In the cartoons, it looks like he had a cape too. Yeah, look. The dog has a cape.
Okay, if you didn't have the cape on, how would you know it was Superman's dog and not just a boring old golden retriever?
A collar with a S on it or something. Superman logo on the collar. And then you go, okay, that's Superman's dog. Does everything Superman related have to have the cape on?
Yeah.
He's a dog. For Christ's sake.
He's a super dog with super strength.
All right, this is him. This is the super dog.
Don't play it, or everyone who has a dog next to him is going to go nuts.
No, it's just a GIF, so it's not going to do anything for you. But if this looks like he's got a little cape on, there's no reason that this dog has a cape on it.
The reason is that it is Superman's dog.
1.3 million views on this post. I'm kind of confused by Gunn, that's the director, saying that Crypto was the thing that made the project click for him because the dog has no thematic relevance and he's not even Clark's dog. He's not even his dog. Very odd choice. He was inspired by his own dog, Ozu, who was a rescue and difficult dog like Crypto is in the movie. I think he just saw the movie open up to him and went full Silver Age zany. They're comic book nerd stuff here that they're talking about.
But, says Gunn was having trouble training his own dog, the dog Ozu. And he wondered how much worse things would be if Ozu had superpowers. And boom, Crypto joined the story.
So stupid.
That's cute. Come on. Oh, it's a mutt. It's like a
little
doodle.
medallion, too.
I'm not saying that Superman having a dog is out of the question. That's fine. BDMX Con says it's perfect. It's not perfect. The dog. Not only does the dog not need a cape, Superman doesn't need a cape. The cape serves no functional reason. There's no functional reason.
Aerodynamics.
The cape is not aerodynamic. It's probably anti. Like the cape flopping around is going to be less of an advantage for you than it is if you have no cape.
I am trying to think of a superhero that flies that doesn't have a cape. Doctor Strange. He can fly.
He has a cape. Yeah, he does. I don't know a lot about superheroes.
Thor has a cape.
Can Thor fly?
He can fly with a hammer.
Okay. Do they all have capes? Hang on. Let me go back
Batman
to the
needs the cape.
Well, Batman does because Batman doesn't have any actual powers.
Right.
TNJAI, can you name some superheroes who can fly who do not require a cape to do so? That's what I want to know right now. Superdog is cute. It's not that the dog's not cute. It's just like, why does the dog have a cape on other than somebody who's like, it's not going to read as Superdog. We actually have to go further. We need to put a cape on the dog with a big Superman S on this thing right now. I don't know. That to me is like, it's a little bit cheesy in the world of Superman where there's already cheese everywhere.
You're blowing AI's mind.
I know it's
cannot compute.
I think it might have broken TNJAI. It's like, we're searching everywhere, high and low, for superheroes that fly without a cape.
They're also blaming crypto on the increase in searches for adoptable dogs. It says it shot up more than 500% since the release of the new Superman movie.
Is there any way that's real? People watch Superman and they go, this is a fun movie.
I'm getting a dog.
Now, let me go out and get a dog right now. Like, I know that happened with Nemo.
Top Gun.
And with some other stuff like that. Did I break TNJ?
The majority of the flying superheroes have capes, and I just Googled superheroes who can fly. But Green Lantern apparently can fly, and I'm not seeing a cape on his ass.
Let me try this again. It completely broke TNJAI. Are there any superheroes who do not require capes to fly? All right, just to fill in the void here. I think I may have just completely broke it on that, but
all right.
Regardless, here we are. I mean, I don't think this needs to be done. It was like a cheesy way in the comic books to show that what are you melting down over?
Characters like Iron Man and Green Lantern can fly without capes, thanks to their technology and powers. Even characters like Captain Marvel soar through the skies with sheer power.
Captain Marvel doesn't have a cape?
No cape for
yeah, but Iron Man's like a Batman. He doesn't have powers, right?
No, he does have the powers. But he did it himself. It's in his heart hole.
They're right. Captain Marvel doesn't have a cape. Brie Larson, or whatever her name is, she didn't have a cape for that character.
A lady captain?
I feel like they used to use it in the comics to indicate that this person can fly, because it was just an easy visual thing, but you don't need it anymore.
Speaking of the Fly, I think would rather have a cape than ugly-ass actual fly wings.
I don't know the Fly. The Fly comic character?
It's not cute. It looks like a very muscular, weird fairy.
Is this this thing? This is not good.
I'd take a cape over that.
There's no way. Like, now I see the reasoning why Marvel has yet to do the Fly series.
The ant before the Fly.
It is not a very intimidating character. All right, I told you I'd pay this off, so let me do this real quick. Donald Trump, there are constantly these stories about health concerns. Usually it's about his wrist or like his skin on his wrist or whatever. And now this one was about swollen ankles. So let's investigate in, just the truest sense of seeing what's happening with the president's health out there. Okay, is this it? Or here's the photo that the news article is using. And they're saying that Trump's ankles look very swollen in this.
Oh, girthy.
Which, I don't know, it's kind of hard to tell. It looks like his ankles, they're thicker than whoever is next to him. I don't know who's next to him, to the left of him in this picture.
That looks like a JD man spread.
I don't know who it is, but he's next to Trump, and he's definitely got thinner ankles. But then there's that Diet Coke down there as well. So they're saying these swollen ankles have sparked fresh health fears as the president is crammed into his shoe.
Let the man's ankles swell every now and then.
I mean, I'm sure mine have from time to time.
Mine were a couple weekends ago.
Yeah, it gets that way. It does. All right, we're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we'll do the final dispatches, stories that didn't make the cut. And today I learned to wrap everything up for a Wednesday. That is coming up next on the News Junkie.
This weekend, Real Radio 104.1 smells like the 90s. Classic ultra.
Your Fox 35 Central Florida forecast. All right, so that tropical system moved out, but some of its humidity and moisture remains. So once it warms up today, highs in the low 90s, we're going to see our thunderstorm chances going up. In fact, places to the south today, like in Osceola and Brevard counties that didn't see much, may see some pretty good storms. The highest storm chance between 2 p.m. and as late as 11 p.m. We could get some soakers. I'm Fox 35 Storm Team meteorologist Brooks Garner.
This report is sponsored by Mothers Against Drunk Driving.
For victims of drunk and drug driving, our grief is unique. But you are not alone. You always have a place at MAD. Call our 24-hour victim helpline at 877-MAD-HELP or visit mad.org.
Summertime is here, oh, Hoagie Fest, here I come. Hoagie Fest, Hoagie Fest. Yeah, Wawa's got the hoagies, and I'm gonna get me some. Hoagie Fest, Hoagie Fest.
Wawa Hoagie Fest is here, and it's the summer of sandwiches. We're mixing it up with hoagies, clubs, quesadillas, and more, all for $6 and under. Savor a summer of savings.
Hoagie Fest, here I come.
Gotta have a Wawa.
Eye Candy Energy Drink. The official drink of the summer is here.
All right, folks. Rate the show. Rate the show. How many out of 10 do you rate today's program? Rate the show out of 10. We got an 8 flowing in. We got an 8. 4 out of 20. 10 out of 10 says Kevin. He's being generous. He's being generous. 6.6 from me. 6.6. I got to get today learned. Who's our chatter of the day? Totally forgot about you guys for a second there. I'm sorry. Who's our chatter of the day?
Joining us on this episode are real Spectrum customers, Monique and Greg. We hear your family is a big fan of Spectrum.
Family of 4, we have about 18 devices last time I checked.
Sour Patch Pete?
Require a lot of speed. Everything they do is online.
There's gaming, there's streaming. Spectrum is perfect for us, and it's just seamlessly connected.
No, not Sour Patch Pete.
Sounds like Spectrum is really committed to keeping you connected.
All right, Sour Patch Pete from Twitch. Congratulations. Sour Patch Pete from Twitch, you're a chatter of the day. They said it couldn't be done, but you did it. Congratulations. Everybody, if you want to take a moment and have a little bit of fun, at the end of the broadcast day, when we're done with the stream on Twitch, they raid another channel. So you get to kind of like ride along with as it switches from our show to whatever the mods are picking to raid. And it can be fun, and it's a way to like, you know, spread word to other streaming platforms and other streamers about what we do. So might be a fun time to jump ship off of YouTube and go over to twitch.tv/thenewsjunkie. When you're watching, it'll just redirect over somewhere new as you raid. Have a great raid.
Hoagies, and I'm gonna get me some. Hoagie Fest, Hoagie Fest.
Wawa Hoagie Fest is here, and it's the summer of sandwiches. We're mixing it up with hoagies, clubs, quesadillas, and more, all for $6 and under. Savor a summer of savings.
Hoagie Fest, here I come.
Gotta have a Wawa.
Some people just know you could save money on car insurance by checking Allstate first. Those people are probably saving a carload of cash right now. So what are you waiting for? Check Allstate first for a quote today. You're in good hands with Allstate.
This earful of real radio is brought to you by JustCallMo.com. Injured on the go? JustCallMo.com.
Dispensing unsolicited advice on a wide range of pointless topics.
And Taylor, to wrap everything up for a Wednesday, thank you for hanging out with us. Appreciate all of you. And you can join us tomorrow on the show, same time, same place. C-Line, what are you eating over there? What are you getting at?
There's they're doing a charity thing over in the big room.
Is that food for the people that are part of the charity?
Probably.
All right.
Did you not clear whether or not you could steal a charity
A
food?
coworker of ours told me, like, hey, there's food over there. You should check it out. It's really good. And I said,
Who's this coworker? Is this Jack Bradshaw?
No, but she's on his show, and I'll say no more.
All right, okay. No one will ever know.
And
no one will ever know.
And she's like, yeah, go over there and check it out. It's from like a Hispanic grocer.
Okay.
And there's some good, beans and not beans, just
frijoles.
Different rices. There's like a macaroni salad with some ham in it. The chicken and the pork are just
damn it,
real good.
Have to go there.
Yeah, you got.
Did you say anything to anybody as you went into this room?
It's a beautiful thing. We have to pretend like, we're gonna go. We're back on air in 2 seconds. So thank you so much.
I would stay around and chit chat, but can't do it right now.
The other person that was over there when I just got this food was wrapping some up for his dinner tonight, and I don't think he's stuffing backpacks in there for the charity. I think they got first dibs.
Oops,
I like how you frame this like you're doing something sweet. You're like, look, there's too much. I'm doing the best I can to help them out here.
Oh, I'm helping.
Eat the delicious Spanish foods. Oh, man, it looks good. All right, we do have some time on the way out today. What the hell is this? This is a new world. Okay, here we go. Let's do the final dispatches.
These are the final dispatches, but Sean will probably only play one.
Here goes nothing. Let's see what we got on the way out. You want to join us on the show, so you record a video or audio dispatch, and we play them back for you. Here goes this. Oregon transplant is talking about capes on Superman or dogs.
Hey, junkies.
Hey.
Totally irrelevant, but I will not watch any film at all that has a dog in it if I'm aware that there's a dog in it.
No, same.
I just don't emotionally like torturing
Really?
myself with the risk of dogs being hurt or anything like that.
Marley and me.
Cape or no cape,
never.
crypto or no crypto. No dogs for this one over here. Have a great rest of your week, y'all.
All right, thank you for the dispatch. Appreciate that.
I think this might be my one exception because I am at the same boat as her. I've
The
not
dogs
watched
in the movies?
anything that involves a dog, or if the dog's in the trailer, or God forbid the movie poster. No way, not for me.
Does dog generally imply there's going to be some sad dog moments?
Yes.
Not always.
Tell me one that didn't.
Yeah, where's the movie where the dog never got into any trouble? It's like that seems pretty rare.
Are you serious? Do you not remember the island scene?
I don't know.
Even Air Bud.
One of the saddest dog scenes.
I don't know if I've actually seen Air Bud, so
Well, prepare yourself.
Heavy equipment operator talking about Superman.
Hey, News Junkie.
Hey.
Heavy equipment operator here.
Thank you.
The cape on Superman is actually a part of his lineage back from whatever planet he's from.
It's from his planet?
Outfit.
That doesn't even make sense. Like, what alien civilization would have, part of our thing is to wear capes. I don't even know if that works. One more. This will be the last one for the day. Here's Butters talking about Crypto Dog.
I just don't see the difference between Crypto, the super dog, and if you take Guardians of the Galaxy, the dog in the spacesuit. They're both outlandish characters. Shouldn't really bother you.
The dog in Guardians of the Galaxy? I don't remember the dog. I remember the raccoon.
Yeah, the dog was very strong. And also the tiny tree that just said Groot. Everything's outlandish. This is sci-fi.
Yeah, I mean, that did pretty well, that series, but so is Superman, technically, so I have to give him credit. Here's Karate Man with our final dispatch. Video.
What up, News Junkie crew? Birdo, Sabrina. I had to tell a funny story. I took my daughter to your remote a couple weeks ago. As soon as we parked and stepped out of the car, I was telling her about what's going to go on and everything. Saw a car with a magnet on it and ripped it right off the back.
Yeah.
Her jaw just dropped. She's like, my daddy's stealing things. I was like, no, it's okay. It's okay, Lily. It's part of the News Junkie magnet game. You'll learn all about it, I promise. Your dad's not a thief. Anyways, had a blast seeing you guys. And keep doing what you're doing. Love you, y'all. Take care.
There we go. That was nice.
Beautiful
Thank you,
teeth.
sir. Yeah, he does. Man, Karate Man, look at you go.
Hey, yeah.
Okay, that'll have to do it for...
Should have stuck with karate. We have better teeth.
Somebody says, keep me anonymous. Did you see the main stage caught fire at Tomorrowland? I don't know much about Tomorrowland, but I saw a video.
EDM festival.
This is what the stage looks like. It did catch fire.
Oh, wow.
It's
So they
completely
haven't picked
ruined.
the new pope for Tomorrowland yet.
Holy cow. I mean, this is every bit as bad as...
That's millions of dollars worth of stuff.
Yeah, like... What's the big one we have here? Electric Daisy Carnival? Like this is like a big elaborate stage like that, and it just completely and totally is torched. That sucks, man. All right, that'll have to do it for the day. We'll save all the stories that matter tomorrow. Anything not relevant will be tossed into the trash. And right now, let's do Today I Learned.
The following information may make you feel smarter, but will not actually increase your IQ. So don't get cocky. Now it's time for what we call Today I Learned.
It is Today I Learned for a Wednesday, July 16, 2025. Today I learned this man right here.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Johnny.
Yeah, he's old. He smokes weed.
Willie Nelson.
That's right. Willie Nelson released an album called The IRS Tapes. Who Will Buy My Memories? All the proceeds went to the IRS in order to clear his tax debts. By the way, he's clear of all those tax debts
Good for
in
you,
2025.
Willie.
I know
Nicely
you could do
done.
it, Willie. You ever seen a young photo of Willie Nelson? He was a pretty good-looking guy.
His son's
I don't know.
cute and sounds great.
Is he? I don't think I've ever seen him. Willie Nelson, young. He was a good-looking guy when he was a younger dude. Oh, some of these aren't flattering. Some of these are less than stellar.
Got an ugly face.
Young Willie photos, but there he is. Today I learned in February 1972, Frankenberry cereal included an indigestible pigment that turned some children's feces pink. They called it Frankenberry stool at the time. Scariest thing about that cereal. And finally, today I learned this character right here. Oscar the Grouch. That's right. It's Trash from Oscar the Grouch. He loves trash. The character Oscar the Grouch has gone on record as being Canadian, though he tries to keep his Canadian identity a secret because he doesn't want people to like him. So it's like a pro-Canadian thing, but that's where they ended up. Thank you so much for hanging out with us. We do appreciate it. We're back tomorrow, same time, same place. Who did they say was the potential Jew on Sesame Street, by the way?
Grover.
Grover?
The person who was Jewish said, we claim Grover.
There you go.